We View Sports, the leader in local sports in Southwest Florida, presents Florida Sea Dragons basketball. Tonight, the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs take on your Florida Sea Dragons. And now to call the action, here's Joe Klimas and Terry Thimler.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Tico Arena. Joe Klimas along with Terry Thimler, United States Basketball League action. Terry, the final regular season game, the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs in town against the Florida Sea Dragons. The Sea Dragons come up with a big win last night. How important is that going into tonight's game?
Well, end of the year is when you want to be playing well, and this team has played better probably the last 6 or 7 basketball games. Last night's victory is one of those games, and this is an opportunity tonight to finish out the year on a winning note and keep the momentum going as we go into the playoffs.
Pennsylvania comes in having lost last night to New Jersey.
Well, they played Dawkins, you know, and Darryl played some minutes, and I think they did a little bit of promotional. It was the last home basketball game, but this team also needs a victory also. You need momentum going into any playoff situation, so they're going to come in tonight looking to pick up a victory and carry it over to the playoffs next week.
Andre Perry, another big ball game last night, along with Michael Lewis.
Well, Andre's really been carrying this basketball team with his energy, with his rebounding, and also just playing all-out basketball for every single minute he's on the court, and that's contagious. Some of the other guys are starting to pick up what Andre's doing.
Should be a good one, the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs against the Florida Sea Dragons. We'll come back with more Sea Dragons basketball right after this.
My dad says you can never be too careful when it comes to caring for your car.
My dad says computers diagnose problems in half the time it used to take.
My dad told me how important it is to change the oil, check the brakes, steering, and suspension if you want your car to last a long time.
My dad told me to cool, so I decided to turn on the AC and chill out.
My mom said if I was good, someday all will be mine.
AutoWorks, complete automotive diagnostic and repair center, Davis Boulevard, Davis.
On the next Judge Mathis.
You got a lot of clearing up to do.
A man's best friend turns into a real dog.
I would not hit on Darryl's wife.
While I'm out the front door, he's trying to come through the back door.
Did you do any of this low-down, sneaky, backstabbing? I can't even remember what I said, if I said anything. Don't come in here playing crazy. The guy who hit on his friend's wife might lie about it all.
On the next Judge Mathis.
Monday morning at 11 on We View TV.
Take a Look TV Magazine, the new show in town. Take a Look TV Magazine Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. with Tony Edwards and Susan Sokol. Take a Look TV Magazine is fashion, pets, easy cooking tips, gardening, health and home, arts and crafts, the outdoors, adventure and travel, all about music and more. Take a Look TV Magazine. We View TV 10 every Wednesday at 7 p.m.
You're thinking that it's perfectly acceptable that a father would strike his own son with a steel chair. Watching the two of you is like watching a bad soap opera. I can't believe it! You look like a cheap. Why don't the two of you just book yourselves on the Jerry Springer show and get it over with? Daddy's back! Why don't we make this a family affair?
With our rendition of the national anthem, and that young lady is absolutely fantastic. We're getting ready for USBL basketball. The Pennsylvania Valley Dogs against the Florida Sea Dragons here at the Tico Arena. Joe Klimas along with Terry Thimler set to bring you all the exciting action. Our officials tonight will be Paul Campbell, Jess Thompson, along with Lenny Watson. Congratulations, Aaron. You're doing a heck of a job. I tell you, we enjoy her not only with the Florida Sea Dragons, but also with the Florida Everblades. You take a look at the big guy, Darryl Dawkins. I won't tell you, that is one big individual. My goodness gracious. And I don't know what Torch is trying to prove out there, but we'll see what happens pretty soon. But we're getting ready to go. The final regular season game here, as far as the Florida Sea Dragons are concerned. Harry, they played once before. Pennsylvania, a one-point winner, 129-128, but that was much earlier in the season.
Yeah, and it's two different basketball teams, and it's that way, you know, Joe, in this league and other leagues and other levels of play. As the season changes, teams change, and sometimes offensive schemes and defensive schemes also change.
You take a look at some of the Valley Dogs, and I notice they've got several guys, Artemis McClary and Brent Dabbs in just their 6th game. Luther Clay in the 3rd game, so they've got some new blood on this basketball team. Speaking of new blood, we got some right there. Well, I tell you what, you bring up the Sea Dragon fans earlier. Keep them away from that amber liquid, though, in that other cup for a while. Here we go. The tap. It comes down to the little guy. That's Dominic Young out of Fresno State. He's just 5'9". Gets it back out to Ronnie Fields from Farragut. Never went to college. Went right from Farragut Academy into the pros. That one goes out of bounds off the Sea Dragons. It'll be Valley Dog basketball.
Well, a different starting lineup tonight, Joe, with Wayne Copeland being inserted in the lineup in the place of Leon Derricks. Coaching staff felt that Wayne and Michael Lewis played awfully well together last night down the stretch, and with this basketball team, we can afford to do that because of their size at the guard position allows us to do so.
Quan Johnson, the leading scorer, averaging 24.7 points out of New Orleans. That one tossed out of bounds.
Now, Pennsylvania will play a lot of isolation, and they'll play a lot of two-man game. They'll just really try to break you down off the dribble and try to create off their own individual skills.
Wayne Copeland being pressured out there by Young. Copeland on the drive, off the glass and in. So he opens up the scoring. It's 2-0. The Sea Dragons out ahead of the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs. Just underway, 11 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. They go to the slammer-jammer. I want to tell you, Ronnie Fields from Dominic Young. We're all tied at 2. Michael Lewis, new pair of shoes tonight. I guess he wore the other ones out last night when he got 23 points in the game. Comes back to Copeland. Now we're over to Franklin Paul. He drives baseline, gets shut off, knocked away, picked up by Dominic Young. Up ahead to Quan Johnson. They go down inside once again. This time it's Monty O'Quinn. That's twice now, Terry. And there's a 20-second timeout. Rick Barry doesn't like what he sees.
Well, we're not finding the basketball. Our defenders away from the ball or turning their heads, and you've got to be able to see the ball and your man at the same time. And if you lose either one of them, you've got to change your defensive position. In other words, open up to the basketball a little bit, keep your eyes so you can see both the ball and the man. What we're doing is we're seeing the ball, but we've lost sight of our man on both those alley-oop plays.
10 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's Pennsylvania 4, the Florida Sea Dragons 2.
And I think both shots they've taken have been very, very high percentage shots.
Very difficult to miss those. Of course, one of the reasons they have the breakaway rims now. Take a look now.
Well, we're going to see the first one, and there's a switch on the backside. And if we can pick up Wayne, I think you'll see that Wayne loses sight of his man. There, just lost sight of his man, had no idea where he was, and they got the alley-oop.
That's Copeland with it. Over to Michael Lewis. Dumps it down inside to Andre Reed. He goes high. Can't get it to go. The rebound to Quan Johnson. Averaging 4 boards per game. That one is lost out of bounds by Ronnie Fields. So the Sea Dragons get another break. It's 4-2. The Valley Dogs over the Sea Dragons. And Copeland says, Franklin Paul says, come this way, Wayne. I'll get you a pick. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Copeland at the free throw line, gets it over to Franklin Paul. He goes up for 3. It won't go. Dominic Young.
Another thing about this basketball team in the Valley Dogs, they will really push the ball at you and attack the basket as often as much as they can.
And you can just see it right there. That was kept alive by Monty O'Quinn. And it comes back out now to Quan Johnson. We told you, averaging 24.7, 6'6" out of New Orleans. being pressured by Franklin Paul. They get it over to Ronnie Fields. His shot goes. 4 on the night now for Fields, and it's 6-2. Pennsylvania out ahead of Florida. 9 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Franklin Paul throws that one away, and Michael Lewis can't quite save it. Another turnover for the Florida Sea Dragons. They trail by 4. It's 6-2. The Valley Dogs out ahead of the Sea Dragons. 9 minutes, 5 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Dominic Young, 5'9", out of Fresno State against 6'1" Michael Lewis from Indiana. That's Quan Johnson. Franklin Paul on the defense. Johnson won't go. Andre Reed with the rebound. Wayne Copeland had a great floor game last night. Over to Andre Perry. Andre working against Larry Abney. Andre still with it. Gets the roll. 6-4. First 2 of the night for Andre Perry. Inside to Abney. Larry Abney goes up over the top. Franklin Paul with a rebound. Abney also from Fresno State, standing 6'8". Wayne Copeland, 6-footer out of Lynn. Off balance, just puts it up at the offensive glass by Perry, and they're going to call the foul. They're going to call reaching over against number 40, Monty O'Quinn. That is the first personal in the game. 8 minutes, 14 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
I really like to see Andre get involved in the basketball game. He didn't get involved here for about the first 4 minutes of the ball game, and we finally got him involved. And he went to the offensive glass and picked up a rebound, and he's been playing so well lately that's an important part of this team right now, and I'm glad to see Andre got active. It wasn't anything that he was not doing. It's just a fact the opportunity didn't present itself.
Averaging 63% from the free throw line. Gets that one to go. Andre, 11.3 boards, leading the league in rebounding. Coming into the game now, number 32, Toshiro Germany, replacing Andre Reed. So Big Dre goes to sit down, and Little Dre steps to the free throw line once again. 6'5". He has an opportunity to tie this ball game. Perry, 6'6", out of Alabama, does just that. So give him 4 now. He's 2 out of 2 from the charity stripe. And it's 6-6 with 8 minutes, 7 seconds to go in the opening quarter. O'Quinn back over to Johnson. Johnson to the little guy, Dominic Young. He feeds it back out to Fields. There's a steal, and wait a minute. Number 25, Ronnie Fields, called with a foul. That one called by referee Jess Thompson. So once again, the Sea Dragons with an opportunity to take the lead. 7:50 to go here in the first quarter. Wayne Copeland looks for an opening, gets it over to Franklin Paul. Paul on the drive, goes up strong, no go. And Toshiro battles for it, puts it up the glass. He can't get it to roll. Toshiro gets it once again. Andre Perry trying to get out of his way, and there's going to be a foul. They're going to call traveling. They'll be traveling, no foul. I tell you, Perry and Toshiro both going for that rock. We're tied 6-6, 7:25 to go in the opening quarter. They dump it down again inside, and that time Quan Johnson gets his first 2. Boy, they've been all chippies pretty much on the inside. 8-6. The Valley Dogs out ahead of the Sea Dragons. Michael Lewis for 3, puts it up and in. 6 minutes, 58 seconds to go in the first quarter. That one on the bottom of the net by Ronnie Fields. So it's 10-9. The Pennsylvania Valley Dogs out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons. 6 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Copeland on the drive, puts it back out to Franklin Paul. Over to Andre Perry. His 12-footer no good. Toshiro keeps it alive. Over to Wayne Copeland. He can't get it. And it's still fought for. It's going to be out of bounds. And it will go to the Florida Sea Dragons. And we have a timeout. 6 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Pennsylvania Valley Dogs 10, the Florida Sea Dragons 9. We'll come back with more Sea Dragons basketball after this.
Why popular demand, our most successful sales event ever has been extended.
My Toyota.
Get incredible lease payments, like Camry CE, now $249 a month on a 48-month lease with $1748 due at signing. Lease a restyled Corolla Sport for $199 a month for 48 months with $1698 due at signing. Rush to Germain Toyota, Fort Myers Toyota, or Palm Toyota. But only for a limited time.
Hello, my name is Larry Sheets. I'm president of AccuCare Nursing Service, Naples, Florida. My wife and I started our company in July of 1995. September of 95, we contacted WeView TV to advertise for our company. We had 4 employees at the time. Today, we have 152 employees. Advertise with WeView TV. Watch with us.
If it's fun on the water, we do it. Sailing, fishing, sightseeing, shelling, island tours, and sunset cruises. Marco Island Sea Excursions is your exclusive agent for the Shell Cat Shelling and Dolphin Adventures boat, Marco Cat Party Boat Fishing, and the Kahuna Sailing Charters. Whether it's friends, family, or a large group just waiting to enjoy our beautiful waters, we can make it happen. Marco Island Sea Excursions, 642-6400.
Joe Klimas along with Terry Thimler. You see the score, Pennsylvania 10, Florida 9. We have some type of a presentation holding up the basketball game right now. It looks like somebody's going to get an honored seat here.
A seat at half court.
You're a very fine bunch of people to work with. We've had these 4 chairs as the upgrades of the game. And they are going to be awarded tonight to this gentleman, Pete Belanda, and his sidekick, Brandon. And his wife and daughter are Teresa and Ashley. And Brandon, why don't you sit in the chair?
Well, there you have it. You can see there youngsters being recognized here. 10-9.
Okay. I won't make this long, and you can get up now. Thank you. Okay. It has, you can sit on the back. It has 365 degrees. Thank you.
All right, here we go. We're going to play some basketball. Nice little sales pitch there. We have 6 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the opening quarter. The Pennsylvania Valley Dogs 10, the Florida Sea Dragons 9. The Sea Dragons have it underneath their own hoop. Wayne Copeland, the inbound. Here's one we haven't seen in quite some time. Terry, that lined up across the free throw line. Michael Lewis all the way back. Gets the throw in. Now back over to Copeland. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Copeland being guarded by Dominic Young. Looking to go inside. He gets it inside to Toshiro. Toshiro tries to power his way through. Off back to Copeland. Franklin Paul. 2 seconds now. He just pops one up, and it's going to be short. And there's a shot clock violation. So it'll be Pennsylvania basketball. Look at Rick Barry.
Well, what he's saying is that he's telling Toshiro, you got the ball in the block with 8 seconds to go. You got to make a move and you got to go score. But I think the breakdown came from we were trying to run a pick and roll, and where Toshiro was, and then we really wanted a post out of it, and we didn't get either one of them. So we got a shot clock violation.
Quan Johnson inside to Ronnie Fields. He's double teamed. Gets it over to O'Quinn. He goes up underneath, and that one is no good by Abney. And the rebound to Toshiro, Germany. Over to Wayne Copeland. Toshiro averaging 5.7 boards here so far this season. Andre Perry, double team. Finally gets it off to Copeland. Copeland dishes to Toshiro. He has it knocked away. The ball is loose on the floor. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Sea Dragon basketball. Boy, it's tough underneath that hoop. 5 minutes, 33 seconds to go in the first quarter. 10-9. The Valley Dogs out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons. Copeland to inbound. Comes back out. It's stolen away that time by Ronnie Fields. Fields got a man over here on the near side, and just off the finger roll goes Quan Johnson for 2 more. 12-9, a 3-point lead now for the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs over the Florida Sea Dragons. 5 minutes, 16 seconds remaining in the opening quarter, and that time they're going to call Dominic Young as he tried to step in and make the steal. Jess Thompson giving you the indication. The Sea Dragons will have it out of bounds. Franklin Paul will put it in play.
We've got 2 or 3 players out there that just aren't getting into the offensive sets that are being called by Wayne Copeland, and it's breaking us down offensively. And therefore, a shot clock, which is now at 9 seconds, has come back and haunted us about 3 or 4 times so far this evening. We're in it again right now.
Yep, there's only 3 seconds, and Copeland has to go from downtown. No good. Rebound comes down to the Valley Dogs. That's Ronnie Fields with it. Dishes it back now to Dominic Young. They're looking to set something up. Dominic says, get over this way, guys. Fields has it knocked out of bounds by Wayne Copeland. It'll be Valley Dogs basketball.
We're going to have to get in this offense a lot sooner and understand exactly what offense and what sets we're running. We've had 4 times tonight, Joe, where we have had to shoot it just to get a shot off before the shot clock went off.
Arthur Davis comes in replacing Copeland. Dominic Young directing traffic for the Valley Dogs. Looking for the pick on the pick and roll. Gets it down inside. That time they're going to call travel against Monty O'Quinn. It'll be Sea Dragons basketball. They trail 12-9. 4 minutes, 36 seconds to go in the first quarter. Michael Lewis had 23 last night, has 3 so far here in the opening quarter. Looking for some help. Had it swatted away, but it came right back to him. I tell you what, Dominic Young, a pesky little guy out there on defense. Franklin Paul puts his shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Andre Perry, the leading rebounder in the United States Basketball League. 19 seconds. On the drive goes Franklin Paul, and they're going to call the offensive foul.
Franklin, so far in this basketball game, has just been totally out of control.
And we've got a double technical, I think. Let's see what's going to happen.
They called on Franklin.
Lenny Watson is coming over. All right, there's a double technical foul.
Double technical foul is on Franklin Paul and also on Ronnie Fields.
Ronnie Fields. So let's see who's going to shoot the first one. Since it is double technical, there will be no shot. The Valley Dogs will put it in play. Quan Johnson with the basketball. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 12-9. The Valley Dogs out ahead of the Sea Dragons. Johnson shut off by Franklin Paul. Tries to go deep down inside now. And that one is powered up and in by Larry Abney. His first 2 of the night. And all of a sudden, it's a 5-point lead, 14-9. There goes Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis, they say no. And then no, they're not going to give it to him. No basket. It's going to go against Toshiro, Germany. As you see Jess Thompson making the call. Not a very popular one here in the Tico Arena.
Well, we're going to see Michael Lewis get by his man. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. I tell you what, this is the last game of the year. The players are playing a little bit better. Where was the foul? Did you see one?
Well, they talked about that. What he mentioned was that Toshiro used a little bit of hip action to get him out of the way. I didn't quite see it. Artemis McClary now, 6'6" out of Jacksonville, into the basketball game for the Valley Dogs. That one up and in by Quan Johnson, so give him 6, the leading scorer here for Pennsylvania, averaging 24.7 per game. 3 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the first quarter. 16-9, a 7-point lead. Very little offense, and that one is going to be charged to number 4, Quan Johnson. As you mentioned, Terry, the Florida Sea Dragons just having a heck of a time trying to get into the offensive flow.
Well, we've got too many. What we're doing, Joe, is we're playing their game right now. And their game is a lot of isolation. They just broke us down on the last offensive set they had. And we're doing the same thing at our end. We're not getting a lot of screens. You know, we're just running one-man game. You know, we just see it again.
There you go.
Perfect example.
It just knocked away by Larry Abney. Over to McClary now.
Let's see, this is what they do, and they do it well.
McClary on the drive. He's going to be fouled in there by Arthur Davis. That one goes against 33, and we have a timeout. With 2 minutes, 51 seconds to go in the first quarter, it is the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs 16, the Florida Sea Dragons 9. We'll come back with more Sea Dragons basketball after this.
Toyota at Invoice. Yes, for a limited time only, get invoice pricing on every Toyota in stock. Get V8 Sunroof or 4Runners with all this. Just $199 over invoice and $199 a month, zero down. Now, Tuesday only at Fort Myers Toyota.
Just ran a boat at Cedar Bay Marina in Marco Island. The best boats at the best prices.
You're thinking that it's perfectly acceptable that a father would strike his own son with a steel chair. Watching the two of you is like watching a bad soap opera. I can't believe it! You look like a cheap... Why don't the two of you just book yourselves on the Jerry Springer Show and get it over with? Daddy's back! Why don't we make this a family affair?
Toyota at Invoice pricing. Yes, for a limited time only, get Invoice pricing on every Toyota in stock. Echoes or Tacomas with all this. Just $99 over invoice and $99 a month, zero down. Now through Tuesday only at Fort Myers Toyota.
It's 16-9, a 7-point lead for the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs over the Florida Sea Dragons. The final regular season game here at the Tico Arena. Both these teams will be in the playoffs out in Salina, Kansas, that begin on Thursday, June 29th. 2 minutes, 51 seconds to go in the opening quarter. On the free throw line, Artemis McClary shooting 62%, just his 6th game with this team. 6'6" out of Jacksonville, averaging 19.9 points per game.
Well, Artemis had been playing with the Gulf Coast team, and when they made a roster change and a roster shakeup, he was released and he was signed by Pennsylvania.
He's good on the first one, 17-9. Next one good as well. So he has 2 points on the night. 18-9. It's up to a 9-point margin in favor of the Valley Dogs. Arthur Davis. Over here to Franklin Paul. Now it's back to Davis on the perimeter. Arthur stops, dishes inside to Andre Perry. Perry makes a couple of moves, powers it up, can't get it to go, and it comes down to Monty O'Quinn. Up ahead to McClary. And Artemis with a reverse spin gets it in. Give him 4 on the night now, and all of a sudden it's 20-9. An 11-point margin with 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go in this first quarter. That one from downtown by Arthur Davis, and he finally breaks the drought. 20-12. Inside 2 minutes now. The Pennsylvania Valley Dogs up by 8. Andre Reed getting ready to check back in for the Sea Dragons. Goes to McClary. Artemis says, get out of my way. I want to go one-on-one. And they get the shot clock. Entering the game now, Andre Reed for the Florida Sea Dragons, and Brent Dabbs, 6'9" out of Rutgers, coming in for the Valley Dogs. So Andre Reed, a 7-footer out of Florida State. And Brent Dabbs from Rutgers. Michael Lewis stops, puts one up. No go off the front of the rim. The rebound of Dominic Young. Dominic with 166 assists on the year, leading the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs in that category. 1:25 to go here in the first quarter, 20-12. On the inside, going up, no roll. It comes down to Andre Perry. Michael Lewis drops it inside to Andre Reed. Andre backing his man in, puts it off the glass. His first 2 of the night, and it's 20-14 with 1 minute to go here in the first quarter.
We've got to establish an inside presence so we can do things in the perimeter. We have not established any inside presence tonight. Therefore, our perimeter, they've been able to come out and guard us on the perimeter.
Arthur Davis putting the pressure on Quan Johnson. Johnson dishes it down inside, and Artemis McCrary, who just came in, now has 6 points. And they're dominating inside, 22-14. The Valley Dogs out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons. 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. 12 seconds on the shot clock. We've got a foul called underneath. It's going to go against number 54, Brent Dabbs, as he and Andre Reed were going back to back, belly to belly. Isn't that a song like that someplace?
Back in your day.
Yeah. On the free throw line is Andre Reed, shooting 58% on the season. His first trip this evening gets that one to go.
I'm sure your lovely wife and you have danced to that song many times.
Yeah. You take a look at Darryl Dawkins over on the far side. I mean, I want to tell you about being a big guy. We talked with him. We'll have that at halftime for you. He is huge. Andre Reed once again. That one goes. 4 points on the night now for Andre Reed. And it's 22-16. And the foul is going to be called against Arthur Davis. That's his second on the night. Here we go. Dominic Young now. We're inside 20 seconds. 15 seconds to go. 14 on the shot clock. There's a reverse. I tell you, you worked that pick and roll excellently. McClary with the basket. And Arthur Davis.
They're not going to get a shot off.
And they can't get it. It's 24-18.
He's gone.
And they're going
Artemis McClary is gone. He's gone.
And they eject. They threw him right out of the basketball game. Emphatically by Lenny Watson. Take a look.
Well, we're going to hang here, Joe. We'll take a look at it. Watch when the shot goes up. I saw it happen. Watch when the shot goes up. Look to the left of your screen. Franklin gets tangled up with him, but here's where it comes. Not yet. Right. Not yet. Right there. Right there. Yep. He's gone.
He just decked him. And Darryl Dawkins now wants an explanation. The quarter is over. However, it looks as though we're going to have a technical foul.
Yeah, well,
and
on that ejection, you're automatically gone.
Right. He's still standing on the court. Michael Lewis will go to the free throw line, shooting this technical. And it's good. So we have played. That's the end of the first quarter. It is Pennsylvania 24, the Sea Dragons 19. We'll come back with more Sea Dragons basketball right after this.
BIG technology chips. Great buy. Good.
Hey, big tech chips. Huh. At SunTrust, our advisors believe investing should be based on individual planning, not the tip of the day.
big tax checks. Find out.
So if you're looking for solid financial help, call SunTrust. Smart investing starts here.
Well, I really can't say, Eileen. All I know is the stock is going through the roof.
Black magic tempted her.
What are you doing?
Forces of darkness seduced her.
Cat's back into the crowd.
The powers of witchcraft possessed her.
I promise you this, you're all going to die.
When the legacy's only child is chosen,
Eric, I'm going to lose my daughter to a witch.
the grasp of evil will never let her go.
Don't kill your little girl, Rachel.
On the next Poltergeist, The Legacy.
Sunday night at 8 on WeView TV.
There is only one television adventure.
Captain, they're children.
Don't let their appearance fool you. They are in control of this vessel.
That can take you from one end of the galaxy.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
To the next.
One left them out for the unexpected discovery. Sounds good to me.
Hold on for the wildest ride in the universe.
Fun will now commence.
Star Trek Voyager.
Wednesday night at 9 on UPN TV 10.
Take a Look TV Magazine, the new show in town. Take a Look TV Magazine Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. with Tony Edwards and Susan Sokol. Take a Look TV Magazine is fashion, pets, easy cooking tips, gardening, health and home, arts and crafts, the outdoors, adventure and travel, all about music and more. Take a Look TV Magazine. We view TV 10 every Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Let's take another quick look now at what happened down deep underneath, okay? Artemis getting tangled up with Franklin Paul. Now watch it. Here it comes right here. It's going to be coming. Watch the right, and there it goes. Bingo, right there. Artemis McClary, and he has been ejected from the basketball game. We're back to action, 24-19, a 5-point lead for the Valley Dogs over the Florida Sea Dragons. Wayne Copeland back in the basketball game. Copeland and Arthur Davis now in the backcourt for Florida. Michael Lewis gets the blow. Leon Derricks also in the game. He can't get his pass to go into Andre Reed. And so here come the Valley Dogs, lose control, but it comes off the glass and slammed home by Franz Pierre-Louis. Foul, charge to number 41, Leon Derricks. That's his first.
Joe, looking at some first quarter stats, without James Blackwell, this basketball team in the first quarter had 1 assist. And
reminiscent of last night, right?
Not so much last night, of weeks past. And it basically shows we never got into our sets, and we try to do a lot of things individually. And they are a team that does things individually, and they had 7 assists.
Andre Perry with it. Looking to go inside, throws it back out. Luckily, Arthur Davis over there to pick it up for the Sea Dragons. Shot clock down to 4. Offensive foul called against Arthur Davis. That's his 3rd personal tonight. 11 minutes, 15 seconds to go in this first half. 26-19. Pennsylvania out ahead of Florida. Quan Johnson. Back out to Dominic Young. He's being pressured by Wayne Copeland. 12 seconds on the shot clock. It comes over to Lonnie Harrell. He can't get that one to go. Arthur Davis with a rebound. 10:50 to go in this first half. Over to Leon Derricks. His shot won't go. Rebound over to Franz Pierre-Louis. A little bit of confusion over there for the Valley Dogs, but they're trying to get it all straightened out. 10:35 remaining in the first half. 26-19, a 7-point lead for the Valley Dogs. Now it's over to Lonnie Harrell. He goes for 3. Andre Reed comes down with a rebound. Gets it over to Copeland. Copeland hauling out the play. Leon Derricks. And having a hard time getting the ball in the hoop. He's being pressured by Harrell. Leon goes up, no go. Ball is on the floor. It's picked up by Andre Reed. Puts it off the glass and in. 6 now for Andre Reed. 26-21. Back to a 5-point margin for the Valley Dogs. Quan Johnson, they got him on the travel. Took 1 too many steps that time. Entering the game now for Pennsylvania. Number 14, Donnie Carr, 6'3", out of LaSalle. Wasn't there another guy from LaSalle that played pretty good basketball in the NBA at one time?
Are you triviaing me, Joe?
No, because I know you have the answer.
There's quite a few players from LaSalle that have played in the league.
Back over to Hurrell, and he gets that one off the fingertip.
How's that for a political answer?
Yeah, how about that? I'm thinking a guy by the name of Tom Gola. Remember him?
Again, that's back to that music before my time.
28-21. They dump it down inside, and it's stolen away by the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs. They get it up to Dominic Young. Over here to Hurrell. Hurrell throws it back out, and Arthur Davis has it. Davis, 1-on-2, puts it up, can't get it to go, and Copeland now has it. Wayne, he's in amongst the trees. He's got to get out of there. Comes back out to Copeland. 17 seconds now on the shot clock. 9 minutes to go in the first half. 28-21. The Valley Dogs over the Sea Dragons by 7. Leon Derricks puts the move on Hurrell. Left-handed. Rolls it in. His first 2 of the night.
You know, our defensive, I may speak too soon, but basically our defensive effort has been fairly good. It's at the offensive end that we're just struggling like crazy.
Foul goes against Wayne Copeland. Coming in now for Pennsylvania, number 33, Corey Brewer, 6'3", out of Oklahoma.
I guess when you don't have a lot of assists, it makes everything look like it's coming hard, and it does look like it's coming hard.
You look at Rick Barry talking to his bench. That one up and short, but the rebound comes down to Brewer. Now they get it back out to Hurrell. He can't get it to go. Andre Reed dishes the rock over to Arthur Davis. Davis now to Andre Perry. Perry puts the move, goes inside with a reverse layup. Off the glass. 6 now for Andre Perry, and we've got a 20-second timeout taken by Pennsylvania. 8 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the first half. 28-25. The Valley Dogs leading the Sea Dragons by 3. And once again, Terry, we take a look at the inaugural Sea Dragons basketball camp coming up July 10th through the 14th at Evangelical Christian School. $150 per camper. Should be exciting.
Well, I'm not going to give out any names yet, Joe, but we'll be releasing some of the guest speakers that we're going to be having coming in for that basketball camp. Some of them with NBA experience, also NBA coaching experience. So we're looking forward to having a good week. The number's in the bottom of the screen, 209-1594 or 561-0670 for more camp information.
Getting ready to go back in action. Pennsylvania with the basketball. Michael Lewis putting the pressure on Corey Brewer. They can dump it down inside now. It goes to Pierre Luis, and there's a foul. Looks as though it's going to go against Leon Derricks. That's his second. Now, he's not happy about it. He looks over at referee Lenny Watson and says, "Hey, ref, what in the world can I do in here?" 8 minutes to go in the first half. 28-25. The Valley Dogs leading by 3. They get it down inside to Dabbs. Dabbs gets it back to Corey Brewer, and he slams one home. His first 2 tonight. 30-25. Michael Lewis inside to Leon Derricks. Derricks puts the move on Hurrell, and a soft little hook drops. 4 on the night now for Leon. 30-27. The Sea Dragons trailing by 3. That offensive foul charged against Corey Brewer as he decked Michael Lewis.
You know, Leon Derricks has been down on himself a little bit because he's not been shooting the ball well. And Leon and I talked after the game last night, and I said, Leon, the way a shooter gets out of a slump is to shoot the basketball, but we can't do that in a basketball game. We need to get here early tomorrow night and get some shots in. He got here first tonight, was the first one here, and I also said, you need to attack the basket. Don't settle for your jump shots. You need to attack the basket.
Win against number 11, Lonnie Hurrell. That's his first
and
person.
He's done that 2 times. Now, the first time he took an open jump shot, which was open, and you got to shoot with confidence. But the last 2 times he has attacked the basket. He needs to get back in the floor. He's someone this basketball team needs. Attack it again.
Leon Derricks trying to work against Hurrell. Gets it back out to Michael Lewis. Michael eludes one, puts it up, no good, but Earl.
But give credit. Give credit. The whole thing started with Leon Derricks. Michael did a good job, and then Earl finished it up by going really good to the offensive glass.
Hurrell throws that one away. So it's 30-29. The Valley Dogs up by 1. We've got a timeout on the floor with 6 minutes, 58 seconds to go in the first half. Pennsylvania 30, Florida 29. We'll come back with more Sea Dragons basketball on We Do Sports right after this.
Seeking justice is a team effort.
Even if you've never had an automobile accident, knowing what to do if you ever have one could protect your rights as an injured party. You can get this information by visiting our website at gbclaw.com or by calling our office for a free brochure.
Know what to do in case of an accident. Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Pertz.
Black magic tempted her.
What are you doing?
Forces of darkness seduced her.
Cat's back into the crowd.
The powers of witchcraft possessed her.
I promise you this, you're all going to die.
When the legacy's only child is chosen,
Eric, I'm going to lose my daughter to a witch.
the grasp of evil will never let her go.
Don't kill your little girl, Rachel.
On the next Poltergeist, The Legacy.
Saturday night at 10 on WeView TV.
Hi, my name is Nick Smith, and I'm the general manager for GNC at Carillon Place in the Strand. Although GNC tends to advertise on a national level, we decided to take it local to advertise what we view. In the last 2 years, we've noticed an increase in store traffic, especially when we do promotions. So advertise what we view. Watch with us.
(30-29). The Valley Dogs out ahead of the Sea Dragons. 6 minutes, 57 seconds to go in this first half. Arthur Davis with the rock for the Sea Dragons. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Leon Derricks. Back to Davis. Davis goes for three. No go. Rebound comes down to Luther Clay. 6'10" out of Rhode Island in just his third game here with the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs. That one put up in the air by Donnie Carr won't go, but ripping off the rebound was Franz-Pierre Louis, and he gets it in for his fourth point of the night. 32-29. Tell you what, that's tough underneath the glass this evening. Arthur Davis. I tell you, Leon Derricks and Hurrell are really going at each other. Comes back out to Davis. Davis puts it up from 15. Can't get it to go. And battling underneath that time and putting it back up was Leon Derricks. Foul charge to Lonnie Hurrell. That's his second. Take a look at the way this one went. It came right back to Pierre Louis. He got the break and put it off the glass.
That's it right there, just the break. And breaks win basketball games for you.
Leon Derricks, an 81% free throw shooter, makes his first attempt of the night. Entering the game now, Ronnie Fields, replacing Hurrell. Leon, 5 points on the night, trying to make it 6. That one goes. 32-31, back to a 1-point lead for the Valley Dogs. On the drive, that time is Corey Brewer. He can't get it to go. It's pulled off by Perry. Eventually up to Leon Derricks. Ahead inside to Kiwamata King. And Kiwamata can't hold on as he just comes into the ball game for the Sea Dragons. Goes back out this time. No go. And who's going to come down with it? It's Corey Brewer. And now Andre Perry almost with the steal. They dump it down inside to Pierre Louis, and he gets in the left-hander. That's 6 on the night now for Franz-Pierre Louis. 34-31, and they're going to call the foul against number 33, Corey Brewer. That's his second. Paul Campbell making the call. Kiwamata King will inbound for the Florida Sea Dragons. 5:21 to go in the first half. 19 on the shot clock. 34-31. The Valley Dogs over the Sea Dragons by 3. Michael Lewis drops it down inside to Andre Perry. Perry trying to put the moves on Pierre St. Louis. And it's going to be an illegal defense called against the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs. That's their first one of the night. Darryl Dawkins, you can see him, He doesn't like it. He's talking to Paul Campbell. Kiwamata King now will inbound. Over to Michael Lewis as we're back to action, and Darryl Dawkins still all over Paul Campbell. Kiwamata goes up for three, no go, and who's going to come down with it? Andre Perry. He loses it, goes inside the big guy, Earl Ike, and Ike off the glass for his 4th point of the night, and it's 34-33. The Valley Dogs out ahead of the Sea Dragons again by 1. That one put up by Ronnie Fields, tapped up again by Pierre Luis, no go. Kiwamata King. Over here now to Leon Derricks. They get it to Michael Lewis. Michael looking for the shot, puts up a 3-pointer air ball, but Andre Perry pumps it in, and Leon Derricks has it. Leon from 17 feet, carries it. That's 8 now for Leon Derricks, and the Sea Dragons have taken the lead, 35-34. Michael Lewis scrapping in there, and they're going to call a foul. Michael Lewis on the floor trying to come up with that loose ball. Entering the game now, Monty O'Quinn, number 40, and Dominic Young, number 1 for the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs. That's the first personal on Michael. You watch it gets inside over here. Now the ball comes down on the floor, and Michael Lewis trying to get some. We're back to live action now. We have a 3-second violation call against the Valley Dogs.
Well, we're starting to get some good defensive intensity now. This game's starting to pick up a little bit from both ends of the court, and we are staying right with it, and we're starting to see some results. And that 1-point lead is one of those results, Joe.
35-34, 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the first half. Andre Perry, no go. But that's again, there is Earl Ike, and Earl Ike can't get it to roll. Foul goes against number 40, Monty O'Quinn. That is his 2nd personal. On the line now is Earl Ike, shooting 50% from the free throw line on the season. His first trip to the charity stripe tonight. Earl Ike, 6'9", out of Montevallo College in Alabama. That one goes. So give Earl 5 on the night. 36-34. His team up by 2. Earl Ike makes the second one. 6 for Big Earl. 37-34. The Sea Dragons out ahead of the Valley Dogs. On the drive, knocked away by Andre Perry. Kiwamata King. Kiwamata goes up, and that one is swiped away by Ronnie Fields. And it's going to be called, and a technical foul against number 33, Corey Brewer, for kicking the basketball.
Well, let's take a look at Andre Perry. He makes the block, which is a very difficult thing to do when you're the defender who's retreating. Now we go the other way. He does a good job taking it hard to the hole. Ooh, that might have been goaltending.
Michael Lewis
As I tell you,
gets the technical to go.
He was up pretty high, and when you're up that high and you lay it, it's got to come down.
They call the technical on Corey Brewer for kicking the loose ball. 3 minutes, 28 seconds to go in the first half. Darryl Dawkins over there talking to his guys on the bench. It's 38-34. The Sea Dragons now lead by 4. Leon Derricks. Over to Kiwamata King now. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kiwamata baseline, back out to Perry. Andre Perry stops, pops, no go. And the rebound comes down to the little Dominic Young. Dominic all by himself, pitches it back out to Ronnie Fields. Fields being pressured by Andre Perry. Fields, and they're going to call Kiwamata King for reaching in. That's his first personal. You get a good look at Kiwamata, the youngster out of the Bahamas. Went to Chadron State in Nebraska, 6'4". And as Terry Thimler said last night, how do you get a guy from the Bahamas to go to Nebraska? Well, that's good recruiting.
some recruiter wanted to go to the Bahamas and find a player. They're down there. Basketball's becoming an international game, and there's players that are in all corners of the world.
Ronnie Fields gets that first one to go. He's 1 out of 1 now so far tonight, shooting 80% from the free throw line. That one rolls around and finally drops through. So give Fields 8 points now. 38-36, the Sea Dragons ahead by 2. Michael Lewis with 2:55 to go on the game clock here in the opening half. Goes to Leon Derricks. He's open from 18 and pumps it in. That's 10 points all in the second quarter here for Leon Derricks. 30. That's 40-36. And we have a timeout. Foul against Earl Ike. They call illegal defense. So we have a timeout. The Florida Sea Dragons 40, the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs 36, 2:38 to go in the first half. We'll come back with Sea Dragon basketball after this.
Our biggest sales event of the year has been officially extended. It's your chance to lease a new 4Runner for $299 for 48 months with $17.98 due at signing. Go anywhere, do anything with 4Runner's class-leading ground clearance. Plus, get more payload and towing capacity than Ford Explorer. Rush to Germain Toyota, Fort Myers Toyota, or Palm Toyota. Your $299 a month 4Runner is waiting.
Say, Lisa, how'd you get started as bartending?
Well, Bob, I went to National Bartender School where they taught me how to make all your favorite drinks and how to make all the big tips. Seriously, Bob, they helped me get this great job.
National Bartender School makes it easy. With job placement assistance, you'll be working as a bartender in just 2 weeks. Having fun, making good money, and meeting new people. Work your own hours, earn extra money, or start a full-time career. Call National Bartender School at 334-6300.
A shocking confession.
He got off about 50 rounds and he shot 24 kids.
A haunting reminder.
I'm too angry at him for changing my life.
A terrified victim.
I promised him anything if he would let me go.
Go inside the mind of a murderer to hear what made these people commit their unspeakable crimes.
If he wanted to die so badly, how come he didn't just kill himself?
In a killer's own words on the next Lisa.
Monday at 1 on WeView TV.
40-36, the Sea Dragons out ahead of the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs. 2 minutes, 38 seconds to go here in the first half. Michael Lewis, Andre Perry, Leon Derricks, Earl Ike, along with Kiwamata King on the floor for the Sea Dragons. Quan Johnson dumps it down inside, and that one won't go. The rebound comes back, and they're going to call a travel against Michael Lewis. He turned around and bingo, right in his face was Ronnie Fields. Entering the game now for the Valley Dogs, Larry Abney, 6'8" out of Fresno State, replaces Luther Clay. Just his third game here with the Valley Dogs, 6'10", out of the University of Rhode Island. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. And what are they going to call? They're going to call a block. They're going to call Kiwamata King on the block. Stepping to the free throw line. Looks like it'll be number 4, Quan Johnson. He shoots 70% on the night.
Well, they're going to call the block right here on Key, and I think that was a little bailout call. The call was probably on Leon. I mean, if he would have set a push on Key, that might be a different story, but sometimes they call block, and sometimes they call push.
Quan Johnson can't get the second one to roll. It's 40-37 as Andre Perry rips it off the glass. Looked like he used a little Windex on that one. Kiwamata King. 2 minutes. 7 seconds to go down inside to Earl Ike. Nice pass by Leon Derricks, and Earl Ike has 8 points all here in the second quarter. 42-37, a 5-point lead. That one no good, and Earl Ike rips it once again. It goes all the way ahead up to Leon Derricks, and they're going to call goaltending this time against Ronnie Fields.
Earl Ike going up and getting the rebound, this time making a good outlet pass. Michael finding Leon attacking the glass.
44-37. The Sea Dragons now up by 7. Double team now as Lewis tries to swipe it away from Monty O'Quinn. And on the floor. And what are they going to call? Kiwamata King wants a travel.
Well, we're going to see Earl Ike, good block off, good job attacking. Outlet pass to Michael, one dribble, two-hand chest pass, catch, finish.
And there you see the goaltender.
Great
We've got
job.
a timeout on the floor with the Sea Dragons out ahead of the Valley Dogs, 44-37. And you take a good look, it is 44-37. The Florida Sea Dragons are up now by 7 points ahead of the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs. We have just 1 minute, 38 seconds to go in this first half.
You know, I think one thing we probably need to do before we forget this evening, Joe, is the fact that we need to compliment the team president of the Florida Sea Dragons, Brett Vickers, his entire office staff, everyone associated with this inaugural season, including our production people, everyone who has been involved, the sponsors. You can just go on and on and on. It's very difficult to come in and start anew, no matter if it's on the professional level, which we saw the Everblades do a number of years ago with their hockey program and where it's growing to, on the high school level, starting a new university program, which happens all the time. And this is not an easy task to do, and I would have to compliment them on the first year. It's been a good product. The product has been good on the floor. It's been entertaining. I've enjoyed it.
It's been a very enjoyable experience for me as well. So I can do nothing but echo your sentiments.
Yeah, our hats off to everyone involved. And also, probably more important than that, is the fan support.
You got it.
Well, let's take a look at the last play before we went to this break, and that's a timeout.
That's what they call a timeout, right?
Call a timeout. It's a pretty tough call a timeout when you're falling down. And they gave it to him and probably gave him the benefit of the doubt because maybe the floor was slippery, but that's a tough call.
You see Earl, the big guy, Clifford Ray, giving some last-minute instructions. 1 minute, 38 seconds to go here in the first half. 44-37, the Sea Dragons over the Valley Dogs by 7. Dominic Young still with the rock. 8 seconds on the shot clock now. Trying to get it down inside. He decides to put one up and hits one for 2. 44-39. The Sea Dragons, the first 2 points of the night for Dominic Young. Michael Lewis on the drive. Left the glass, no go. Can't get the roll. Earl Ike with it. And Earl Ike goes back up. That one won't go. Andre Perry almost tripped over Earl Ike. They go down inside to Larry Abney, and Abney gets his 4th point of the night. And all of a sudden, it's a 44-41 basketball game. The Sea Dragons up by 3. 52 seconds to go in the game. Inside to Leon Darryl. Darryl putting the moves on. Monty O'Quinn gets it to go. That's 14 in the night, all in the second quarter here for Leon Darryl. Fields. And they're going to call a foul. They don't like it. Lenny Watson going to go against number 37, and that's the first on Andre Perry. So Ronnie Fields, an 80% free throw shooter, will go to the line. So far tonight, he is 2 out of 2. Make that 3 out of 3. 9 points for Fields. 37.3 seconds to go in the first half. 46-42, 46-43. 10 on the night for Fields. Michael Lewis driving against Young, puts it back out to Kiwamata King, and Kiwamata, they're going to have a jump ball. Looked like he stumbled just a little bit trying to make that big move to the hoop. 46-43. Rick Barry says he held him. He didn't have the ball. 27.1 seconds to go. And you see him right there. something's not right. They want everybody to move around a little bit. All right, let's see what happens here now. Comes back out to Leon Derricks, over to Michael Lewis. Michael gets O'Quinn up in the air, puts it off the glass. It won't go, and that one goes off the leg of Kiwamata King, and it will be a Valley Dog basketball. 17.4 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. 46-43. The Sea Dragons out ahead of the Valley Dogs with 10 seconds remaining. Quan Johnson looking for a pick, drives down the lane, no go, and trying to get something happen, and they can't do it, and that's it. They call a 3-second violation, but that's it. We've played the first half. The Florida Sea Dragons 46, the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs of 43. Here at the Tico Arena, you take a look at Darryl Dawkins as he walks by our broadcast location. So the Sea Dragons ahead by 3 points here as we get ready to go to halftime. We'll hear more from Darryl Dawkins a little bit later on. Right now, Terry Thimler with Sea Dragons head coach Rick Barry.
Rick got off to a really even start here. Not a great start. Both teams were like, what's going on out here? And all of a sudden we put a little run together and got ourselves over the hump, and then we finish out the quarter like we've done a lot of times this year.
Yeah, well, you know, we just can't stand success, it seems. But we started out very poorly. However, we were working hard on the defense. We had a couple of breakdowns, but fortunately, you know, they didn't shoot the ball all that well, and we were able to stay in the game a little bit. And then finally, we started playing defense. I mean, we really started. We got a combination that finally worked. But, you know, you think about it, we must have missed 9 layups. I mean, we're killing them inside. If we go inside and just finish and take care of the basketball, we can win the basketball game. But we usually find something to screw up. I mean, tonight it's missing the layups. It's throwing the basketball away and turning it over in situations that we have. And then at the end of the game, we just don't play very smart. You know, Mike got the ball back at the end. We should have played for the last shot, never give him a chance. Fortunately, we didn't get burned by it. But again, it's just a matter of when we get the lead, for some reason, when we play well, play good defense and get the lead, the guys think that we don't have to keep playing that hard. And, you know, all of a sudden it becomes easy for us, and we have a little bit of a letdown. And that's the time that you really have to focus and concentrate and play even harder than you played, because the other team's going to try and come back at you. And if you don't increase your intensity level defensively, they're going to chip away. And if you have a letdown, they're going to get right back in the game. And that's what we let happen.
Good luck second half. Thanks. Back to you, Joe.
It's 43 for the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs. The Florida Sea Dragons have 46. They're up by 3. And we'll come back and chat with the Valley Dogs head coach, Darryl Dawkins, right after this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. You know it's kind of hard just to get along.
So, any names yet?
Well, Tom's mother's name is...
Pancakes? They're huge. They make me want to dribble.
He can shoot, too. Oh, yeah, he's got this movie called
Cinnamon Swirl Slam. Oh, what are those?
Those are skillets for breakfast. Sausage supreme, sunrise nachos.
Great. I can also use it.
No perfume. This smells like...
Bacon, fresh ground coffee.
And you have Sweet Lovin'. That was their big hit, man.
That was it. I love that,
I
forgot all about that. I haven't heard that in years.
That's it.
When catastrophic events threaten our world, Frank Parker's mission is just undo it. To save the future,
Engage.
you have to live like there's no tomorrow.
Love it. Another one bites the dust.
7 days.
Now, Cornerstone Promotions presents Kenny Rogers singing 30 of the greatest love songs ever written. Kenny puts his romantic signature on every song.
Lady, I'm your knight.
Relive those magical moments that only a song can bring back.
Darling, you send me. Have I told you lately that I love you? Oh, my love, did you ever know that you're my hero? And she believes in me. And
Call toll
free for Kenny Rogers. 2 cassettes, $19.98. 2 CDs, $24.98, plus $4.95 shipping. Have your credit card ready and call now.
This is WeView TV, UPN TV 10, serving Naples, Fort Myers, and Cape Coral.
We're standing here with Darryl Dawkins, the head coach of the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs. And I guess, first of all, Darryl, congratulations on winning the Northern Division.
Well, it's not sold up yet. We got to win a couple more games, but we're right in there for it. And I just glad to be able to coach in the USBL. Glad that Rick Barrett's in the league. Makes things more exciting.
Speaking of excitement, you played a little bit last night. How'd you make out?
You know, I try to tell people I just play to keep the dust off of it. You know, I go out, I try to block a shot, get a rebound, run up and down 3 or 4 minutes, and come out. I think when my team sees a guy like me, 43, still can do it, it makes them play harder.
You were one of the original guys, one of the first guys that came out of high school and went into the NBA. What do you think about the proliferation of kids doing that today?
I think the only reason you go to college is to get a good education and make good money to take care of your family. If you can make that money now, why not take it? Provided you get your college education paid for, you got a good religious background, good agents, good people around you, you can do it.
What's in the future for Darryl Dawkins now? You're going to stay in the USBL, or you're looking to move on up?
I'm going to stay in the USBL. Also, I have the job in Tampa in the ABA 2000, the Tampa Bay Thunder Dogs, doing a ton of camps for kids and looking to do some announcing and stuff with ESPN. Things are going very well.
Well, thank you for stopping by and chatting with us, and good luck tonight.
My pleasure. Thank you.
It's halftime. The Florida Sea Dragons 46, the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs 43. We'll be back with more Sea Dragons basketball after this.
By popular demand, our biggest sales event of the year has been extended.
My Toyota.
It's your chance to save on Tundra, Motor Trend's truck of the year. Now only $299 on a 48-month lease with $22.98 due at signing. And Tundra delivers more payload than Silverado or F-150. Rush to Germain Toyota, Fort Myers Toyota, or Palm Toyota. Your $299 a month Tundra is waiting.
Seeking justice is a team effort.
Being arrested for a crime puts you in a very vulnerable position. You may or may not be advised by law enforcement that you have the right to an attorney. You do. Don't hesitate to use this right. Insist on the opportunity to call us. It's a call that could change your life.
If you've been arrested, call Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Pertz.
Pliers won't grip, ratchets won't click, and wrenches won't fit. You just have to quit. No way! Introducing the Squeeze Wrench. It works in virtually any space and fits any place. Look, in this tight space, an ordinary wrench can't turn. But with the Squeeze Wrench, you can easily tighten with no trouble at all. Now secure a ceiling fan or easily install a light fixture. You can even reach a bolt behind the oven without moving it. The secret is internal ratchet action that allows you to get power in impossible places. You get the Squeeze Wrench, 5 metric socket inserts, and 4 standard socket inserts. This 1/4-inch bit adapter and 2 screwdriver bits, all for only $19.95. Plus, we'll include this compact carry case free. The Squeeze Wrench comes with a lifetime replacement warranty. If it ever fails, we'll replace it free for life.
Call or order on the web at 800-647-4100 to receive your Squeeze Wrench for just $19.95 and get the bonus carry case free. We also accept checks by phone. Call now.
Wild things. There they go.
Close in.
Nice to see
you.
you.
Tuesday night at 10 on WeView TV. WeView TV News, convenient and credible local news. We emphasize the people, places, and stories in Southwest Florida. Each weeknight at 6:30, we bring you the news, sports, and weather that matters most.
We live in an information age. Information is all around us. What I do is distill the information into knowledge you can use. To me, that's what WeView TV News is all about.
WeView TV News, real local news. Weeknights at 6:30.
It's It's halftime. The Florida Sea Dragons 46, the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs 43. And Terry, I tell you what, pretty interesting the first half. The Sea Dragons came on rather well, scoring 27 points in that second quarter to just 19 for Pennsylvania.
Well, as you look at the stats, you're going to see that the field goal percentage is at 38% for the Sea Dragons and 46% for Pennsylvania. It's surprising that we're leading the basketball game right now by a score of 46 to 43. The difference being at the free throw line, where we have not missed a foul shot. We are 10 of 10 from the free throw line, and they are 7 of 9 from the free throw line. As you go on down and you look also, rebounding, we dominated the glass. A few more turnovers than probably what we want to have, 13. If you stay on that par, you're going to have 26 for the game. That's far too many turnovers. I think we have to limit our turnovers in the second half. We have to continue to control the glass offensively and defensively. Then as Coach Barry related to as he left the court, we have to continue to stay focused. And when we get a lead, play smart basketball and extend that lead and quit letting teams get back in the basketball game.
You see some of the fans, a real nice crowd, and here goes that blimp. I don't know what's going to happen with that so far tonight, but nonetheless, let's run down the scoring for you. For the Florida Sea Dragons, Wayne Copeland with 2, Michael Lewis has 5. As you look at Torch, oh, wait a minute, let's see what he's going to do here. Yeah, he wasn't even close. Arthur Davis with 5. Andre Perry has 6. Earlike has 8, all in the second quarter. And Leon Derricks with 14, all in the second quarter as well. And Andre Reed with 6. Looking now for the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs, Dominic Young with 2. Quan Johnson has 7. Larry Abney 4. Lonnie Hurrell 2. Ronnie Fields with 10. Corey Brewer with 2. Franz Pierre Louis has 6. Monty O'Quinn 2. And Artemis McClary has 8. But Artemis McClary tossed out of this basketball game after a confrontation with Franklin Paul right at the end of the first quarter. So once again, it's halftime. The Florida Sea Dragons 46 and the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs 43. And Terry, you know, this is the final regular season game, but I'm sure that practice is not going to be will be held as usual as the ball club gets ready for the playoffs out in Salina, Kansas.
Well, Coach Barry's going to give them tomorrow off, and we'll come back and go Monday and Tuesday. The team will leave early Wednesday morning, go to Kansas, play on Thursday. Opponent to be determined by what happens with tonight's outcome and other outcomes that are going on in the league. And this basketball team is going to go out and try to bring back a championship.
46-43, the Florida Sea Dragons out ahead of the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs here at halftime. We'll come back with more Sea Dragon basketball after this.
Welcome to Cedar Bay Marina, your complete boat storage facility. Cedar Bay offers high and dry storage that provides safety, security, shelter from the elements, and peace of mind. Protect your investment while enjoying friendly, courteous service both in and out of the water. Whether you're heading out for fun on the Gulf or fishing the mangroves, stop by our ship store for all of your boating needs. Cedar Bay Marina on Marco Island, 394-9333.
Everybody has suffered from the effects of a bad night's sleep, whether from minor back pain, heartburn, or just because you can't get comfortable. And the constant tossing and turning at night can make you feel like you're in the middle of a cliffhanger. We at Sleep Comfort want to mail you our free video and brochure showing how our adjustable bed can give you that better night's sleep you've always dreamed about. Our soothing massage and pillow top mattress gives you the feeling you're in a tropical paradise. And the dream gets better, because now adjustable beds have become affordable for everyone. With no money down, our Jubilee model is only $19 per month. And we give you 90 days to sleep on our bed with no risk. If you don't like it, send it back. So call now to receive this free video and brochure about the adjustable bed that only costs $19 per month and comes with a free 90-day in-home trial. Call now.
Call or visit us on the web at 800-647-4100.
Every day, AmeriDebt helps more people with money problems. People like Tom Baker.
My credit card debt was outrageous. Then I called AmeriDebt. They contacted my creditors and got my payments almost cut in half. Now I have only one small monthly bill.
AmeriDebt is a nonprofit organization that offers free consultations to consumers seeking to eliminate their debt. People like the Shaws.
Every month I pay our credit card bills, but the balances never seem to get smaller.
AmeriDebt got our interest rates reduced, and now the balances are dropping dramatically.
And what's even more amazing is our payments are less than before.
Just call this number, and regardless of your credit, in minutes you can join the thousands of people who have turned their financial lives around. People like Maria Rinaldi.
Before I called Ameridebt, the creditors were calling every day. I thought bankruptcy was the only way out. Now I'm debt-free, and my credit rating has been restored.
On the next Peter Benchley's Amazon.
They're from the Almighty.
Blasphemy! The survivors discover an ancient culture.
Could you just tell us where we are? The Promised Land.
Now,
The fierce ones have taken the child captive. We must act!
with one life hanging in the balance.
We mean to kill you.
Are they friend
We cannot save you.
or foe? On the next Peter Benchley's Amazon.
It's still halftime. The Florida Sea Dragons 46, the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs of 43 as we get ready for second half action here in the Tico Arena. Following tonight's game, as you heard Terry say, the Sea Dragons have tomorrow off. Then they go right back to the grind. Depart here on Wednesday, get out in Salina, Kansas, and play sometime on Thursday. There'll be 4 games on Thursday. 2 games on Friday.
And then what they have is they have a 3-point shooting contest and a slam dunk contest, and they have a Legends game, and then they'll play the championship game on Sunday.
Right. They're getting ready to begin the second half. 24 minutes of basketball here in the regular season for the Florida Sea Dragons. You see Clifford Ray out there talking to Earl Ike. It'll be Michael Lewis, Kiwamata King. Leon Derricks, Earl Ike, and Andre Perry for the Sea Dragons. You got Ronnie Fields, Larry Abney, Dominic Young, Quan Johnson, and O'Quinn. And the foul is going to be charged against Monty O'Quinn. That is his third. Monty O'Quinn out of Northeast Illinois.
We've come back with Kiwamata King in the lineup, replacing Franklin Paul, and also we've got Earl Ike in the ball game to start second half, and Leon Derrick. So coach is going with a different lineup that started the ball game. Probably going with the lineup that he felt gave us the best results in that first half of play.
Earl Ike shooting just 50% on the year, but he's 3 out of 3 tonight from the free throw line. He's got 9 points. Now he's got 10. 48-43, a 5-point lead for the Florida Sea Dragons. We're just underway here in the third quarter. Quan Johnson on the drive, and all over him is Kiwamata King. Kiwamata nailed with his third personal. In a little bit of a huddle, you can see those white jerseys underneath the hoop, getting together, deciding exactly what they want to do. Well, Quan Johnson on the free throw line.
What Kiwamata has to realize is he gave the strong side, the right-hand side, to the offensive player, and Johnson took advantage of that. You want to take a player to his weak hand unless you're taking down into a trap, and there was no post player down there. Kiwamata has to realize that and then take him to his weak hand.
2 out of 2. That trip for Quan Johnson, give him 9 on the night. It's 48-45. The Sea Dragons up. Leon Derrick dumps it down inside to Ike. Ike has it knocked away. Loose basketball. Rick Barry wants an illegal defense called. Luther Clay now in the hands of Ronnie Fields, and Ronnie Fields buries a 2. That's 12 on the night now for Ronnie Fields. 48-47, a 1-point lead now for the Sea Dragons. Over to Leon Derricks. Derrick's shot no go. But Earl Ike, I say he's been a bear on the offensive boards tonight. That's 12 for Earl.
Now,
50.
Quees has no help
47.
there, so he's can't let him have that easy side. You got to take him away from there.
On the hoop that time is Quan Johnson. So it's 50-49 in favor of the Sea Dragons. Going to have a foul.
Foul was on Earl. Foul was on Earl Ike.
Rick Barry wants to know, what are you guys doing down there? Take a look at it. He wants him to play that good defense. It's 50-49.
I think Coach is telling him on the first dribble, we're going to come and double that.
So here we go. That one no good by Luther Clay. Saved, loose basketball, and Michael Lewis. They're going to say who it went off. They say it was last touched by Michael Lewis. So we'll see what happens. 10 minutes, 6 seconds to go here. And they try the alley-oop. And nobody really there, but Ronnie Fields comes up with the basketball. Here's the steal. Kiwamata King. There's 3-on-2. Back over to Michael Lewis, and Michael stepped out of bounds. No go. Michael's heel was on the out-of-bounds line, and that shot no good. We could see it right from here. So a wasted opportunity for the Florida Sea Dragons. They lead by 1, 50-49. Dominic Young gets it over to Johnson. Quan's shot is no good. Michael Lewis comes down with it, trying to get it off to somebody. Finally finds Leon Derrick, and they get over to Earl Ike, and Earl Ike is hammered underneath.
And I tell you, as long as Earl keeps going to the foul line and converting, he's going to keep himself in the basketball game.
Foul is called against Luther Clay. That's his first. So Earl Ike, so far tonight, is 4 out of 4 from the free throw line. Make that 5 out of 5.
Now, what Coach Barry was so upset about is whenever Quan Johnson gets the basketball, the first time he dribbles it, he's wanting players to come and double team. And it's happened 2 times, and he hasn't gotten the rotation on the double team.
52-49, back to a 3-point lead now for the Florida Sea Dragons over the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs. Earl Ike comes down with another rebound, gets it over to Kiwamata, almost swiped, and they're going to call a kick. It'll be Florida Sea Dragons basketball. 9:20 to go in this third quarter. 52-49, Florida out ahead of Pennsylvania. Andre Perry will inbound. Over here now to Leon Derrick. 16-15 on the shot clock. Kiwamata King now looking to make that move. Back out to Leon. Leon's shot short off the front of the rim. Andre Perry goes up, and he's fouled. It's going to be charged to Larry Abney. Take a look at Mike McNeese, who is the interim assistant Collier County manager over there, enjoying the basketball game. A lovely young lady having a little repast, along with some of that amber liquid.
I never liked that term, interim.
Now, not too many people do. Only if it's reflected in your paycheck, right? Andre Perry.
They usually don't do that. They give you all the responsibilities, but they tell you you may not be there because we may find somebody else.
53-49. The Sea Dragons up. Perry now is 3 out of 3 so far from the free throw line, as he got his first point here in the second half. That one goes in as well. So Andre has 8 tonight. 54-49. It's a 5-point lead for the Florida Sea Dragons over the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs. Kiwamata King pressuring Quan Johnson.
Now
he shut him off that time.
Michael comes with a double.
Back out to Fields. Now they go back over to Johnson. Johnson from downtown. Johnson.
What you do is you don't even get close enough to give the official the opportunity to make the call.
And he's going to get 3 free throws. He misses the first one.
Well, we'll see the replay.
Wow. That's a tough call. Here's the second free throw. That one goes. 12 points now for Quan Johnson. And he is 4 out of 6 from the free throw line so far. Let's see what he does with this one. That one goes, so he makes 2 out of 3. 54-51. The Sea Dragons up by 3. Kiwamata King all the way and gets the roll. That's his first 2 of the night. 56-51. The Sea Dragons out ahead. 8 minutes, 25 seconds to go. And they're going to call the knee against Kiwamata King once again. That's his 5th personal.
You know, twice tonight, they have slipped on the floor and gotten the break both times. One time was when they called timeout, and that time they called the foul on 3.
Jess Thompson making the call.
Don't bail the player out because he doesn't have a good pair of tennis shoes on. You know?
Here we go now. On the drive, putting it off the glass is Quan Johnson. That's 15 now for Quan. 56-53. 8 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the third quarter.
With the number of outlet stores we have nowadays, you can pick up a good pair of shoes for not a lot of money.
Comes back out now to Michael Lewis. That one no good. It gets it over to Young now. They put it up to Fields. Fields finds an open man underneath, Franz Pierre Louis. And he has 8 points tonight on a nice feed from Ronnie Fields. 56-55. The Sea Dragons up by 1. Michael Lewis has it swiped away by Ronnie Fields, but he picks it back up, gets it over to Perry. And they're going to call number 34. That's Franz Pierre Louis for an illegal defense. Entering the game comes 54, Brent Dabbs, replacing Luther Clay. That was the second one, so Michael Lewis gets the free throw. That's his 6th point of the night. 57-55. Michael, an 87% free throw shooter, has the basketball back out to Andre Perry. He's looking for somebody to make a move. Nobody moves, and it's swiped out of bounds by Dominic Young. 6 seconds to go on the shot clock. Perry will inbound. His team up 57-55. Michael Lewis can't get it, and Ronnie Fields just lays it in. 14 on the night now. Not a good offensive set that time for the Florida Sea Dragons. We're all tied, 57-57. Andre Perry. Earl Ike can't handle it. You have to watch it right into your hands.
Well, I think we've got some tired players out on the court right now. This group has done a good job for us. They've gotten a little tired. You can see our offensive decisions.
Timeout called by the Florida Sea Dragons. We're all tied, 57-57, with 6 minutes, 56 seconds to go here in the third quarter. We'll come back with more Sea Dragons basketball right after this.
Go! I-O! Let's go! I-O! Let's
Seeking justice is a team effort.
Sooner or later, we may all need nursing care. When loved ones are placed in nursing homes, they deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. When they are not, we can help to enforce their legal rights. In addition, nursing homes should offer proper, suitable, and attentive medical care for their residents. If they don't, call us.
Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Pertz.
Attention, Lee and surrounding counties. This is a notice of sale. The regional used car superstore. He's authorized to facilitate the disposal of approximately 600 high-quality trade-in, special purchases, estate, and recovery vehicles. Guaranteed lowest prices and payments posted on every windshield. Full-size trucks and sport utilities from $259 a month. Minivans and luxury cars from $229 a month. Mid-size vehicles from $199 a month. 30 economy vehicles under $2,000. Through Monday at the regional used car superstore.
Take a Look TV Magazine, the new show in town. Take a Look TV Magazine Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. with Tony Edwards and Susan Sokol. Take a Look TV Magazine is fashion, pets, easy cooking tips, gardening, health and home, arts and crafts, the outdoors, adventure and travel, all about music and more. Take a Look TV Magazine. We view TV 10 every Wednesday at 7 p.m.
6 minutes, 56 seconds to go in the third quarter. We're all tied, 57-57. The Florida Sea Dragons, Michael Lewis with the rock. Being pressured by Dominic Young. And that one goes out of bounds. And so it'll be Valley Dog basketball. 5,114 folks tonight, a new franchise single game record. Our congratulations to the fans and to the Florida Sea Dragons. Fields gets that one rolling off the back of the rim. Andre Perry controls. Gets it back over to Michael Lewis. Now it's Kiwamata King. Kiwamata playing with 5 personal fouls. Andre Perry says 3. Comes back out, dump it inside now to Earl Ike. And Earl Ike is stuffed that time, but then he gets it back. 16 on the night for Earl Ike. 59-57. He was stopped originally by Brent Dabbs. Now that time Perry comes in and they're going to call a jump ball. Andre Perry and Franz Pierre-Louis. Darryl Dawkins.
Well, great job by Andre Perry. Weak side help, comes over, all block. Good call by the official.
6 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the third quarter. 59-57. The Sea Dragons up by 2. Perry back taps it to Leon Derricks. Michael Lewis into Earl Ike. Earl Ike having a little problem. Gets it back out to Michael. Over to Leon. Now it's to Andre Perry. Perry trying to back his man in. Over to Leon. Now to Kiwamata King. Kiwamata puts it up and gets the roll.
Now see, we made about 4 or 5 extra passes just in that possession. And see the difference? Big difference.
61-57. The Sea Dragons back up by 4. Dominic Young, 5'9", out of Fresno State. To Quan Johnson. Johnson double team. They dump it down inside to Ronnie Fields. Fields puts one up, no go. Leon Derricks with the defensive rebound. They get it over to Michael Lewis. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. They dump it inside to Andre Perry. Perry with a fadeaway jumper, no good. And two Sea Dragons, Ike and Derricks, fighting for the ball. As a result, it comes over to the Valley Dogs. Quan Johnson for 3, can't get the roll. It comes off to Earl Ike.
We need to attack the basket, Joe. We got them on their heels right now. We need to attack the basket.
Kiwamata King.
Quit settling for jump shots. Attack the basket.
And there we go. That one is going to come over to now to the Sea Dogs.
We've got tired players on the court, and when you get tired, you take what's easy. The easy thing is the jump shot.
Well, you can take a look at Andre Perry. He's got his hands on his knees, trying to get a little bit of a breather. Young, shut off by Lewis, but he puts it up and in. 4 on the night now for Dominic Young. 61-59. The Sea Dragons up by 2. 4:25 to go in the third quarter. Michael Lewis inside to Andre Perry. Perry back outside to Michael. He puts up a 3-pointer and drains it.
Nice job by Andre Perry. Turn around, find the ball. There we go.
That's a steal now. 64-59. Ahead to Michael Lewis. And Michael Lewis gets it again.
See the assist, Joe?
Yep.
2 or 3 times.
66-59, a 7-point lead. A quick spurt that time. Here's an air ball. Earl Ike grabs it. Over to Kiwamata King.
We got them on their heels. Be smart now. Get good possession. Get out of it what you want out of it.
Leon Derricks back over to Michael Lewis. Michael to Kiwamata King, and they're going to call a travel. Kiwi. Clifford Ray says, son of a gun. He wanted that hoop. The Sea Dragons up 66-59 over the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs with 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the third.
We've got them on their heels. You know, we just about had the punch that could take it over and then change the whole complex issues that they want to run, which is they like to run that isolation. When a team gets behind, the isolation isn't as good.
Larry Abney can't handle that bullet from Quan Johnson, so the Sea Dragons get another turn.
I like to see us run a pick and roll with Michael.
They get it out to Leon Derricks. Back over to Michael.
Nice
He dumps it inside to Earl Ike, and Earl Ike is fouled by Brent Dawgs. The Sea Dragons perfect so far tonight from the free throw line.
Joe, what are you doing? What are you doing, Joe? I hope you don't jinx it.
On the line.
Of course, you know something.
Goes Earl Ike.
I shouldn't say that because, you know, when you play the percentages, the team is not going to keep 11-11, 12-12, 13-13. But say Earl's done a good job tonight.
6 for 6.
When he's gotten fouled, he's gone to the line, he's converted, and that's one of the reasons why he's still in the basketball game. Plus, he's done a good job on the boards.
16 points so far. There it goes.
That's okay. Now we're going to get going again. And next time,
we'll start it all over again.
Next time, I'm not going to let you say anything.
We'll start all over again now. Earl with 16 so far tonight. Misses them both. Andre Perry can't get it to go. We've got guys falling all over the floor here. And that one is good by Dominic Young. Give him 6 on the night. So it's 66-61.
They're gonna wipe.
They're gonna hold the ball.
Here.
They want to get some perspiration off the floor. That's referee Jess Thompson doing a little scrub work over there. 2 minutes, 54 seconds to go here in the third quarter. The Florida Sea Dragons 66, the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs 61. Coming into the game now will be Andre Reed. Big Dre, the 7-footer out of Florida State.
They won't let him in on a situation when an official stops the game for wiping the floor for whatever reason may be. That's a pro rule. They won't let you in.
So we need the next stoppage in play before he can get in the basketball
Now,
game.
I don't like this right here because Pennsylvania knows that they're back on the heels right now, and this is the same thing as using a timeout. And you can see it out there. I mean, they're talking, they're kind of walking around, and all
right, here we go.
If I was a coach, I might run out there and wipe it up real quick so we can start the game again. Because we've got them back on their heels a little bit, and we'll see what happens here in the next 2.50 left here in the third quarter.
Michael Lewis. Now it comes out to Andre Perry. Dumps it inside to Leon Derricks. Derrick gets a nice roll. 16 now for Derricks. 68-61. Michael Lewis with the rock again for Florida. Michael goes high off the glass. Earl Ike gets the rebound and puts it back in. 18 for Earl Ike. 70-61, a 9-point lead. 2:20 to go, and that one is jammed up. And there goes the little guy, Michael Lewis, showing he can jump. We've got a timeout. And the foul was against number 9, so that's going to do it for Kiwamata King. That'll be his 6th personal. 70-61. The Sea Dragons up by 9 over the Valley Dogs. We'll come back right after this.
My name is David, my friends call me D. One hungry young dog I be. I'm cool like a penguin, slick like a tuxedo, so hook me up with my gooey and churrito.
It's gooey, it's your old friend and churrito. Just 99 cents for a limited time.
Go David, it's your birthday. Go David, it's your birthday. Huh? Go David. Huh?
rent a boat at Cedar Bay Marina in Marco Island. The best boats at the best prices.
We view TV news, convenient and credible local news. We emphasize the people, places, and stories in Southwest Florida. Each weeknight at 6:30, we bring you the news, sports, and weather that matters most.
We live in an information age. Information is all around us. What I do is distill the information into knowledge you can use. To me, that's what We View TV News is all about.
We View TV News, real local news. Weeknights at 6:30.
70-61, the Sea Dragons up. Wayne Copeland coming into the game, replacing Kiwamata King, who has fouled out. 2 minutes, 16 seconds to go in this third quarter. On the free throw line will be Larry Abney, 6'8" out of Fresno State, a 68% free throw shooter. This is his first trip to the line.
When Coach Billy Dreher and I went up to the Fort Smith Invitational to look at college talent, Larry Abney played very well. And he was a player we were really considering making a part of the Sea Dragons team.
Gets the first one down. He's 5 now on the evening, 70-62. That one is short. Andre Perry comes down with a rebound. Also in the game now is Arthur Davis. So we got a new backcourt in there for the Florida Sea Dragons, Wayne Copeland and Arthur Davis. Perry, along with Leon Derricks and Andre Reed. Copeland got shut off, and they couldn't get the shot off in time to beat the 24-second clock.
Yeah, I started to say, and I didn't want to say anything, but I was just hoping that Wayne and Arthur would come in and keep the game at the same level that Key and Michael were doing as far as recognizing what we wanted to have done.
That ball is almost stolen, but it goes up and in by Franz Pierre-Louis. Give him 10 on the night. 70-64. The Sea Dragons are ahead by 6. Leon Derricks gets the roll. That's 18 on the night now for Leon. 72-64. Back to an 8-point margin for the Sea Dragons. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in this third quarter. Joe Klimas and Terry Thimler bringing it all to you on We View Sports. Again, to Pierre St. Louis, and he stepped on the end line. Says referee Jeff Thompson.
Well, we're still trying to pound the ball inside, and now we're trying to go inside to big Andre Reed. And they're doing a good job of bumping us off the block opportunities that we want to have.
Andre Perry, Little Dre. Goes to Big Dre. Now he's inside to Davis. Davis. So I just get up, give the ball to the official, go to the free throw line. Don't worry about it.
And that's one of the things that Coach Barry talked about, Joe, at halftime in the locker room and Coach Ray, was the fact that you guys did a good job of playing through what was going on the basketball court as far as both teams getting frustrated. And they lost the player because of that. There's the foul.
Yeah, they called it against 33 on the first bump, but I tell you what, Franz Pierre-Louis came in and did a job on it.
He got one he didn't even pick up a foul on.
Arthur Davis. Gets his 6th point of the night. 73-64. Make it 74. 74-64. It's a 10-point lead for the Florida Sea Dragons with 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. The Pennsylvania Valley Dogs down by 10. That one put up by Brewer, and Brewer gets one to go for 2.
Yeah, we spoke of it last night. Don't leave the dribbler. Don't leave the person with the basketball. And we left the ball again. We did a good job with the double when we had 2 players rotate off the dribble.
Wayne Copeland. They've got 12 seconds on the shot clock, 18 on the game clock. Comes back over to Davis, now to Perry. Perry
not what we
puts
want.
one up.
Not what
Not
we
at
want.
all.
Not what we want.
8 seconds to go. On the drive is Hurrell. He dishes it back out that time to Brewer. Brewer can't get it to go, and Copeland has the rock as the third period ends. The Florida Sea Dragons 74, the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs 66 at the end of 3. We'll come back with more Sea Dragon basketball on We Use Sports as you take a look at some of the Dragonettes right after this.
1 week free. Come into Gold's of Fort Myers or Cape Coral today and claim your free 1-week membership. Stop in, get started, and try us out for an entire week for free. Come see why we're the best family fitness centers in Southwest Florida. Your free 1-week membership will get you in on all that we have to offer. Aerobics, spinning classes, yoga, racquetball, full lines of cardio, wide ranges of strength training equipment, free childcare, and much more. All of this in a clean, non-intimidating atmosphere. Join now and also get $100 off the joining fee. 1 week free and $100 off the joining fee at Gold. Call now.
Welcome to Computer Age, located at 11621 South Cleveland Avenue in Fort Myers, where we've been serving Southwest Florida since 1985. Experience our courteous, skilled staff providing friendly service that separates us from all the competition. Computer Age, the premier sales and service center for the fastest and most efficient systems available, Macintosh and custom-built PCs. Any service you require, from basic Wintel PC help, Mac networking, database software, internet, e-commerce, or advice, visit Computer Age or call 274-3200.
You've put it off long enough. You know you need it for your family. Here's a quick way to get started. On what? Getting term life insurance at a good value. Before you put it off again, take 5 minutes. Call this number and get a free personalized quote right over the phone. A 35-year-old man can pay less than $10 a month for a $100,000 term life policy. That rate's guaranteed not to change for 10 years. A 45-year-old man can pay less than $15 a month for a $100,000 term life policy, also guaranteed for 10 years. And these policies come from a highly respected insurer, Protective Life Insurance Company. How little can you pay for term life insurance? Find out right over the phone in about 5 minutes. There's no obligation, and it could put you that much closer to protecting your loved ones. So call. It's easy, and then you'll rest easier. For your free quote, call Matrix Direct. 1-800-881-1357.
We take a look now. What's the exciting conclusion of this race?
It's a photo finish.
Yeah, it's going to be, almost, but the young lad did win it. All right, here we go. We're back to basketball. That's Lonnie Hurrell being watched by Andre Perry. It goes inside to Abney. Abney dumps it down into Pierre Luis, and he's fouled. Foul is it's going to be charged against Andre
Here's the end of the race, and it was a race all the way to the end. It was a race, and there you see the winner.
Yeah, you see the young man over there picking up the victory. Here we go. On the free throw line now will be Franz Pierre Luis. He has 10 points on the night, 0 for 1 so far from the charity stripe. 74-66, the Sea Dragons up by 8. That one rattles around and comes out.
You know, I'm sure you've heard this many times, but it has such a strong conviction to it as a coach. The 5 minutes at the beginning of quarters and end of quarters are extremely important, 3 to 5 minutes. So this 3 to 5 minute span here at the beginning of the fourth quarter, where we've gone in to the fourth quarter with the lead that we have, very, very important for us to get over the hump.
Wayne Copeland gets it back out now to Arthur Davis. Davis and Copeland in the backcourt. Derrick, Reed, and Perry up front. That's Leon Perry putting it up in the air. Going to be fouled by Lonnie Hurrell. That is the third on Hurrell. You see a little discussion there with official Lenny Watson. Stepping to the free throw line now will be Leon Derrick, 6'9", out of Detroit Mercy, an 81% free throw shooter. Averaging 4.9 points per game, and tonight he's got 18. Took a lesson from you in that shooting.
Well, you know, I don't know if it was so much a lesson. I think it was the fact that he just listened. You know, and anytime a shooter, it's like a hitter in baseball. You know, it's like a quarterback in football. You've got to go back out and you got to work on the confidence level. And Derrick said last night, Coach, I had the confidence. I said, yes, Derrick, but get here early tomorrow and do a little bit of shooting, and I guarantee you it'll help you.
76-67, back to a 9-point lead now. 11 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the game. They dump it inside to Pierre Louis. He can't get it to go. Bothered in there by Andre Reed. Arthur Davis. Watch out for that one. Rick Barry saying, make sure somebody's looking at you before you let that thing go.
Here's a case of point. Wayne Copeland is the primary ball handler in a basketball game. When Arthur came with that rebound, get the ball to the primary ball handler, get on up the court, let's get to the offense we want to get into. That is just a perfect example of the way you're supposed to play the game. Get it to the primary ball handler.
Lonnie Hurrell for 2. That's his 4th point of the night now. 76-69. The Sea Dragons up. Copeland into Big Dre. Andre Reed, double team. Ball's on the floor, and we're going to have a foul. Paul Campbell is going to call the foul against Corey Brewer. That's his 4th of the night. Ten minutes, 39 seconds to go in the basketball game. 76-69. That's a 7-point lead for the Florida Sea Dragons over the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs.
Well, Andre does a good job of posting, but what...
Look at that, boy. He gets...
Yeah.
Flipped that elbow right in there. That was Monty O'Quinn. Leon Derrick moving people around now. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Boy, they're battling inside of Big Andre and O'Quinn.
3
and
seconds.
They're going to call a 3-second violation. Boy, there's pushing and shoving go down there. Monty O'Quinn is 6'8" out of Northeast Illinois.
You know, Joe, it's very difficult with 14 seconds on the shot clock to get into a play that has that many integral parts to make it work.
Hurrell puts one up for 3.
What I say about the first 3 to 5 minutes of the 4th quarter?
76-72.
And it goes to a 4-point basketball game.
Copeland inside to Reed. Andre, fall away jumper off the glass. He gets it to go.
Andre just got teched.
They called a technical on Andre Reed. His hoop makes it 78-72, a 6-point lead. Andre and Lenny Watson having a few words. Don't get your second one there, Andre. On the line is Lonnie Hurrell. Fans getting on him. Shot is good.
Well, you're going to see the replay when it comes out that Andre gets the shot off, makes a good move, and right there's your foul. Right, got him right on the arm, right on the elbow. Bothered to shoot it. Luckily, the shot went in. I don't want to say luckily. A good follow through and a good concentration.
78-73.
Only when you're banking it off the glass from the top of the circle is it luck.
9 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the game. Comes over to Hurrell. Hurrell for another 3.
Well, there's a mismatch there. Andre Perry cannot play Hurrell that far out on the court. And that's coming back right now. He's hit 2 threes. Andre's good, 15, 19 feet, but he's not that good that far out on the court.
78-76. It's a 2-point lead for the Sea Dragons. Davis has that one knocked away, and it's going to be Florida Sea Dragon basketball.
You know, we need to think about getting some substitutions back in this basketball game that got us this 10-point lead. This group has come in, has cut it down to 2 points right now. Well, now you see Michael coming back in the basketball game, but there's some other players that we also need to get out on the court right now. Because this thing's going to slip away from us, and then we're going to be battling the rest of the night to win this basketball game.
Abney on the drive, no go, but O'Quinn puts in the offensive board. Give him 4 on the night, and it is 78-78. We're all tied, and they're going to have another timeout call. There's a timeout call by the Florida Sea Dragons with 9:01 to go in the game, and we're all tied, 78-78. We'll come back right after this.
Everybody knows about the hood.
There's childhood,
Let's get this party started.
manhood,
I know everything about first dates. Of course, that's why you have a first date.
And what else?
adulthood.
Our sex life has never been hotter.
Mom and Dad still...
Then, in all likelihood, you'll wind up in the parenthood. It's all good in the parenthood, 5 days a week.
Weekdays at 9 a.m. on WeView TV.
Welcome to Cedar Bay Marina, your complete boat storage facility. Cedar Bay offers high and dry storage that provides safety, security, shelter from the elements, and peace of mind. Protect your investment while enjoying friendly, courteous service both in and out of the water. Whether you're heading out for fun on the Gulf or fishing the mangroves, stop by our ship store for all of your boating needs. Cedar Bay Marina on Marco Island, 394-9333.
78-78. The Pennsylvania Valley Dogs and the Florida Sea Dragons. 9 minutes and 1 second to go in the basketball game. You see Clifford Ray, Rick Barry, Michael Lewis. On the top of the circle now to Davis. And Davis has it stolen away by Corey Brewer. And Brewer is going to be fouled. It's going to be called against Arthur Davis. That's his fourth. So 33 fouls 33. On the free throw line will be Corey Brewer. In his 7th game here, 6'3" out of Oklahoma. Misses the first one. We're still tied, 78-78. Brewer, you can hear the crowd, part of the record crowd here. He gets that one to go. That's 5 points on the night now. And he breaks the logjam. It's 79-78. Michael Lewis back in the game. Underneath they go. And off the glass goes Leon Derrick. 22 on the night now for Leon. 80-79.
Andre cannot guard Lonnie Harrell. He cannot guard him.
It's 81-80. Michael Lewis gets that one to go. So Michael with 13 on the night now. And it's 82-81. The Florida Sea Dragons up by a point. 8 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the game. Brewer. And we've got a travel call against Larry Abney. So the Sea Dragons catch a break. They get another turnover as you look at Darryl Dawkins. He wants Pierre Louis to come back into this basketball game. Michael Lewis. That one is knocked out of bounds by Quan Johnson. Coming into the game again now is Franz Pierre Louis. 6'9" out of Wagner. He replaces Larry Abney. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Perry over to Michael Lewis. Now it goes to Davis. Davis shot no go. And Leon Derrick's scrapping for it. It's going to be Florida Sea Dragon basketball. I thought he was coming right at you.
At you.
You almost got in the game, Terry. Oh, man. All those big guys coming at you. I thought I retired from that a long time ago. Michael Lewis. Inside now to Arthur Davis. Davis puts up another one. No good. And Earl Ike is called for the foul. Coming over the back. That's his second. 82-81. The Florida Sea Dragons out ahead of the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs. 7 minutes, 33 seconds to go in the basketball game. The final regular season game for the Sea Dragons before they go to the playoffs Thursday, the 29th of June out in Salina, Kansas. And almost burying another one was Lonnie Hurrell. But Florida comes back with the basketball. It comes inside to Davis. Now he goes over to Earl Ike. Earl tries to pull his way in. Gets it slapped away that time by Pierre Louis. Comes back to Hurrell. He whips it inside, and it goes off the hands of Michael Lewis. Intended for France Pierre Louis. It will be Pennsylvania Valley Dog basketball. 7 minutes, 3 seconds to go, 16 on the shot clock. 82-81, the Sea Dragons up by a point. Brewer, and they have it swiped away, and Michael Lewis makes the save, calls timeout as he's going out of bounds. 22nd timeout. 6 minutes, 59 seconds to go. Hey, Rick Barry says he wants a full timeout. 6 minutes, 59 seconds to go in the game. It is the Florida Sea Dragons 82 and the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs 81. We'll be back after this.
It wasn't easy for Lakeisha Rivers to get where she is today. She worked hard and excelled in school, yet her chances of going to college were uncertain. Fortunately, Lakeisha was awarded a Bright Future Scholarship funded by the Florida Lottery, and her dream of graduating from Florida International University became a reality. With the help of Bright Future Scholarships, many young people like Lakeisha, who have so much to give, will shine even brighter.
If it's fun on the water, we do it. Sailing, fishing, sightseeing, shelling, island tours, and sunset cruises. Marco Island Sea Excursions is your exclusive agent for the Shellcat Shelling and Dolphin Adventures boat, Marco Cat Party Boat Fishing, and the Kahuna Sailing Charters. Whether it's friends, family, or a large group just waiting to enjoy our beautiful waters, we can make it happen. Marco Island Sea Excursions, 642-6400.
By popular demand, our most successful sales event ever has been extended.
My Toyota.
Get incredible lease payments, like Camry CE, now $249 a month on a 48-month lease with $1748 due at signing. Lease a restyled Corolla Sport for $199 a month for 48 months with $1698 due at signing. Rush to Germain Toyota, Fort Myers Toyota, or Palm Toyota. But only for a limited time.
You see the score, the Florida Sea Dragons 82, the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs 81, and we're still in a timeout. You take a look at some of the Dragonettes as they perform for the 5,214 folks. That is a franchise single game record. There was an error in the total count. So instead of 51-14, it's 52-14. And once again, we say congratulations to the fans for supporting the Florida Sea Dragons. A new single-game franchise record, 5,214 folks. You look at some of the Valley Dogs checking out the Dragonettes here.
Well, I think what they're concerned about is when Michael Lewis went out of bounds and called the timeout, Michael first signaled that he wanted a 20. Right. Coach Barry says, no, I want to use the full. All right, so they sent us to a full timeout. What Pennsylvania is now saying is that we already used our full timeout in the quarter, okay? It's not at the mandatory. If you use it already in the quarter, you can't use another one unless it gets to the mandatory, which is at the 6-minute mark or below the 7-minute mark, and also at the time of the 2.5 and 3-minute mark. So that's where the miscommunication is, and they're keeping their timeouts on their bench to what the official score is.
So we're ready. Six minutes, 59 seconds to go. 82-81. The Sea Dragons up by 1. Little pressure being put on Michael Lewis by Corey Brewer.
Yeah, I don't know whether Franklin Paul has an injury or whether he's just hidden down on the bench and we forgot about him, but we haven't seen Franklin Paul at all in this second half.
Franklin Paul has yet to score tonight. How often do you see that? Here goes down the drive that time, and down on the floor goes Arthur Davis. No foul called. Comes back over to Hurrell, and Hurrell, no good. Earl Ike comes down with the rebound. It comes back to Davis. Arthur Davis stops, pops. Rick Barry holds his head.
I was holding my head, too. I was questioning that one. That's one of those ones where you, as a coach, you say, no.
Oh, good. Nice job. 84-81. The Sea Dragons up by 3. They drop it down inside to Pierre Louis. Now it comes back out to Brewer. Brewer on the shot, no good. It comes now inside to O'Quinn, and O'Quinn is going to be fouled by Leon Derricks. The fans aren't happy. Referee Jess Thompson making that call. Monty O'Quinn will go to the free throw line. You look underneath. They're going to dump it over here. Now what? They're going to call the foul on Leon. Looked like an awful lot of ball to me. They must have called. He got him with the body. 6 minutes to go in the game. 84-81. The Sea Dragons are up. O'Quinn, his first trip to the free throw line. Gets it to go. 5 points on the night now for Monty. 84-82. And that one is no good. But coming down with it is Pierre Louis. He can't get that one to go. And they're going to call a foul going the other way against number 34. That's his first, France Pierre Louis. 84-82. A 2-point lead for the Florida Sea Dragons, and that one's kicked out of bounds by Corey Brewer. Andre Perry coming over to inbound the basketball out of Alabama, almost swiped away by Brewer. And it finally is knocked loose. It goes up ahead to Quan Johnson, and Johnson slams it home. 17 on the night now for Johnson. And the Valley Dogs have tied this game 84-84. 5 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the contest. Arthur Davis gets it now to Leon Derricks. Derricks working against Pierre Louis. Comes back out to Davis. His shot no good, an air ball. Hurrell with it. Lonnie Hurrell makes the spin move, puts it up no good. Earl Ike down with the rock. Michael Lewis. They have 3-on-2. Over to Davis. Davis puts it up, and he's going to be fouled.
I tell you what, they're going to call a foul on that one. Arthur's got to realize what the game situation is here and get other people involved in the basketball game.
Quan Johnson commits the foul, his second. Davis will go to the free throw line. He's 2 out of 2 so far tonight. We're all tied, 84-84 with 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the game. Davis looking for his 10th point of the night. He's got it.
Well, we're going to see when Arthur shoots the basketball. There's the foul right there on the arm.
He makes the... This is the next one as it bounces in and out. 85-84. The Sea Dragons ahead. Johnson throws it up, and it comes down to Michael Lewis. Lewis being guarded by Hurrell. Now they switch off. He's got Brewer. It goes over to Andre Perry. Out to Michael. We got 10 seconds on the shot clock. And they call the push-off against number 40, Earl Ike.
Well, I really feel we need to go.
Look at Rick Barry.
We've got to go to some success we had last night, Joe, which was pick and roll with Michael Lewis coming off the pick and roll. Make them stop the pick and roll. Let's get the ball in Michael's hands. He can make the decision as he made last night. He's got a lot of confidence coming in this basketball game. And right now, we're just going isolation plays down the block.
Brewer is stopped by Lewis, but they're going to call the foul on Michael. That's his second personal. Going to the free throw line once again will be Corey Brewer. 6'3" out of Oklahoma. He gets the friendly roll on that one. So he has 6 points tonight. And we're all tied once again at 85. He makes the second one. So the Valley Dogs once again take that 1-point lead, 86-85 over the Sea Dragons with 4 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the game. Leon Derricks.
Isolation, we're all standing around.
He's double teamed, but he gets the shot up, and now it comes down
to
the Valley Dogs.
Not what you want to have. we're getting no one involved in the offense. It's just one person going. We're not getting any rebounds. We're not getting any continuity. And now we're facing a one-point deficit, playing the game that they're really good at.
Inside 4 minutes, Leon Darryl. And they're going to call a foul. Wait a minute, what are they going to call here? Hang on, it looks like Jess Thompson is going to call it against Lonnie Harrell. That's the fourth on Lonnie Harrell, calling for whipping that arm around. Michael Lewis gets the pick, and there's the foul.
And we ran a pick and roll.
Right.
But Michael got hit right.
Going to be the fifth foul against Corey Brewer. Stepping to the line now will be Michael Lewis. He has 13.
They just checked up Lonnie Harrell.
Now, technical foul called against Lonnie Harrell.
But the big thing is,
that'll give Michael 3.
We got a chance to make 3 points here at the foul line.
Let's see whether Michael can convert. He gets the first one in. 86 all. That was the technical. Now they bring everybody back to the line. But Michael has 2 more.
You can see Michael.
Yeah,
he's out of camera range, but he's hurting. I think he took a knee right into the quadricep muscle, and those can be quite painful until it works its way out.
That one will not roll. That's the first miss for Lewis. He's now 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. 86-86. 3:46 to go in the game. Lewis, an 87% free throw shooter, gets that one to go. So Michael has 15, and the Sea Dragons are up by 1, 87-86. 3:40 to go in the game. Brewer on the drive, no good. And the rebound comes down to Andre Perry, and he's going to be fouled. They're going to call it against number 34. That's France Pierre Louis.
Now,
his second.
We are in the bonus situation from here on out. It's going to come down to us, if we get to the foul line, Joe, converting the free throws, and then playing smart basketball so we get ourselves to the foul line and also make sure that our better free throw shooters are the ones that primarily handle the ball. Right now, Andre Perry did a great job coming up with the rebound. He's not one of the better free throw shooters, but he got fouled off the rebound. So you're going to have to live with that. Andre's got to step up, concentrate, knock both these down, or at least one of them.
He's 4 out of 4 from the free throw line tonight. Make it 5 out of 5. His first point in the fourth quarter. .86 coming back into the game is Dominic Young for Pennsylvania, and also Wayne Copeland now replacing Arthur Davis.
Now you're going to get to see the strategies at the end of the ball game, substitutions for reasons, offensive reasons and defensive reasons.
Andre Perry kind of drying off just a little bit before he goes back to the free throw line. 3 minutes, 36 seconds to go in the game. 88-86. The Florida Sea Dragons ahead by 2. Andre Perry, 6'6" out of Alabama. He put up a rock that time. Rebound comes over to the Valley Dawgs. Juan Johnson. 17 points so far on the night. Looking in a little isolation, and he goes right by Copeland.
And they are in a bonus situation also.
Foul is called against Wayne Copeland. You look at the Florida Sea Dragons talking to each other. On the free throw line now goes Johnson. He is 5 out of 7 so far tonight from the charity stripe. His team trailing by 2 gets that one to go. 88-87. Johnson looking for point number 19 so far this evening. And he gets it.
Now let's see what we come to here. What set we're going to run.
88-88. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the game. And it's picked off that time by O'Quinn. They tried to go down inside, and O'Quinn stepped in front. Dominic Young back out now to Lonnie Hurrell.
You're not going to get to the foul line by just dumping the ball inside.
Lonnie Hurrell puts one up, won't go, and they tap it around. It comes back out, and Quan Johnson has it. We've got something called.
Got illegal defense.
An illegal defense. An illegal defense called against Leon Darris. So that is the second one. On the free throw line now will be Lonnie Hurrell out of Northeastern. Gets that one. So that's 14 on the night now for Hurrell. His team goes up by one, 89-88. You look at Coach Rick Barry. And more importantly, they still have the basketball. Quan Johnson. Double team now by Lewis and Copeland. He gets it over to Young. Young puts it up. No good. Earl Ike battling for it. It goes off his foot, and it will be Valley Dawgs basketball.
No.
Hang on.
That's off their man.
The two officials are conferring with each other. Paul Campbell and Lenny Watson. And which way is it going to go? You see Darryl Dawkins.
I tell you one thing. You're not going to get Lenny to change his call.
It's on the floor, and
it's off them.
So we've got a timeout. We've got a timeout taken by Pennsylvania. 2 minutes, 32 seconds to go in the game. Pennsylvania up 89-88 over the Florida Sea Dragons. We'll be back.
Weather is on the web at WeView.com. Simply log on to www.WeView.com and get your personal weather forecast by AccuWeather. You'll find local weather, forecasts, and satellite images now at your fingertips 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't get caught unprepared. Get specialized forecasts so you'll know before you go. Check out your exclusive AccuWeather forecast today at WeView.com.
She's really trying to make a difference.
People are talking about Queen Latifah's new talk show.
You instantly feel like you can connect with her. Become whatever it is you want to be in life, and don't let people knock you down.
Young people can relate to her. Older people can relate to her.
She's just really speaking from the heart. Y'all need some love, because y'all not loving yourselves.
She has that ability to cross all barriers and communicate with people.
Queen Latifah. See what everyone's talking about.
Weekdays at 2 p.m. on WeView TV.
Hello, my name is Larry Sheets. I'm president of AccuCare Nursing Service, Naples, Florida. My wife and I started our company in July of 1995. September of 95, we contacted WeView TV to advertise for our company. We had 4 employees at the time. Today, we have 152 employees. Advertise with WeView TV. Watch with us.
It's 89-88. The Pennsylvania Valley Dawgs out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons. 2 minutes, 32 seconds to go, and it will be Pennsylvania basketball under their own hoop. Inbounding it will be Dominic Young. Over to Johnson. Johnson's guarded by Copeland. Here comes the double team now. They get it back over to Young. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Copeland again on Quan Johnson. Johnson makes the move, goes baseline, no good, but the rebound is swept in by Franz-Pierre Louis. So it's a 3-point lead now.
We've got to go to a pick and roll. We've got to have Michael come off and try to make a decision. They're going to keep the ball out of his hands if possible.
Inside 2 minutes to go, 91-88. The Pennsylvania Valley Dawgs out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons. Rick Barry wants another illegal defense call. Michael Lewis with 3 seconds on the shot clock goes up and gets fouled. And a call against number 34, Pierre Louis. That's his third. Referee Jess Thompson says to sit down, Rick.
Well, what Rick's complaining about it was an illegal switch. and you can't make that switch in professional basketball. And that's why you run that play that way, so you can't make that switch.
Michael Lewis gets it to go. 16 on the night.
What we had to do, Joe, is play good defense, but only give them one shot. You know, we gave them 2 opportunities that time, and the second one was a putback down. We played good defense, give them 1 shot, then we're going to get the ball back. But we cannot give up 2 or 3 shots.
91-90.
Nor can we put them at the foul line.
91-90. The Valley Dogs up by 1. Juan Johnson comes back out to Harrell. He goes inside. No, they couldn't quite figure out what they wanted to do. And it's going to go to the Florida Sea Dragons. So they made a defensive stop that time.
There's
a little mix-up
stop
between O'Quinn and Pierre Louis.
Now, let's come.
Entering the game for the Sea Dragons will be Arthur Davis replacing Copeland.
Now, we've got to get Michael coming off a pick and roll so we can make some decisions here. Get him to the side of the floor he likes to work off of. Get somebody up there who can beat a receiver on the pick and roll. This is too far out. This is not what we want. Now come and get it.
Michael Lewis with the basketball. Double teamed, and it's going to be a foul. It's going to go against France Pierre Louis. That's his 4th.
Now we got to get Wayne Copeland back in the basketball game again for defensive purposes. I don't know if we're going to do it or not, but we sure do not want Arthur in a basketball game for defensive purposes.
91-90. The Valley Dogs out ahead. Michael Lewis will have 2. Rick Barry still talking to the official. Get a good look at Michael. That one dropped through.
Well, I guess we're going to stay with Arthur out there. I don't know whether Arthur can guard Juan Johnson. We'll find out here in the next minute and 14 seconds if he's going to stay in a basketball game. He's going to have to step it up defensively. He's got a big challenge ahead of him.
That one is short. So we're all tied, 91-91. 1 minute, 8 seconds to go in the game. Dominic Young gets it over to Juan Johnson, who's guarded by Arthur Davis. 6 seconds on the shot clock. They get it inside, and O'Quinn can't get it to go. It comes down now to Arthur Davis. 47 seconds to go in the game. We're tied, 91-91. 14 on the shot clock, and Rick Barry wants a timeout. 91-91 with 41.8 seconds to go, and you have 12 seconds on the shot clock. Well, I tell you what, for the final regular season game in front of this record crowd, it's been an exciting one.
Let's kind of go in and let's take a look at, first of all, what Pennsylvania's going to talk about during their timeout period. It's going to be very important for them not to push to the foul line. We want a bonus situation, especially don't foul the better free throw shooters on the basketball team. Also, it's going to be very, very important for them to only give us 1 shot. They're going to get the ball back. Also, we could get the ball back again from them if we take a shot within this 12 seconds, 24-second shot clock. So we'll get the ball back 1 more time. That's what they're talking about right now. What we're talking about is, in fact, who do we want to have the basketball and make the decision? If it's Michael Lewis and Michael comes off screens, everyone else has got to float to open areas because they're going to switch that when he comes off. They're either going to switch and show it and recover back, okay, or they're going to get somebody coming over to double team the switch from the weak side. We have to find the open spots so Michael can find the correct player to pass the basketball to. It's all going to come down to execution here in the last 41.8 seconds. That sets up exactly what's going to happen.
The Sea Dragons will have the rock. 91-91. You had a good look at some of the Dragonettes a little bit earlier, some of the crowd. Here we go. Referee Paul Campbell says, let's play. On the floor, Andre Perry, along with Arthur Davis, Earl Ike, Leon Derricks, and Michael Lewis for the Florida Sea Dragons. 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, we're going to run Andre off 1, then we're going to bring Arthur off the 2nd.
Arthur Davis with it now. Looking for a little pick. Arthur Davis puts it up from the free throw line. That's not going to go, but Andre Perry gets the rebound, and it gets it to go. Andre Perry 93-91. 32 seconds to go in the game. The Sea Dragons up. Darryl on the drive. His shot no go. And which way? Jeff Thompson said it's going to be Florida Sea Dragon basketball.
25.4 on the game clock. New shot clock. Up 2 points. They're going to put a lot of pressure on us. Get the ball in the ball handler's hand. Get out of the way. Make them make a foul.
Young trying to pressure Lewis. He gets it up to Leon Derricks. Back over to Davis. And there's a foul going to be called against Quan Johnson. That's his third. Quan, 6'6", out of New Orleans. And going to the free throw line will be Arthur Davis. So far tonight, the Sea Dragons 28 out of 34 from the free throw line. The Valley Dogs 21 out of 28. Davis, 3 out of 4. He gets 11 points, but it makes it a 3-point game, 94-91 with 14.1 seconds to go. This is a big free throw right here, and it goes. Well, but it's a 4-point game, 95-91. You don't want to foul, and there goes Young for 3, no go, and the rebound comes down to Davis, and he's going to be held out there by Monty O'Quinn with 4.8 seconds to go in the basketball game. And the Sea Dragons are up 95-91, and they're exhorting their hometown crowd, a record crowd tonight, 5,214 here in the Tico Arena. They're on their feet. As Arthur Davis, 6'5", out of St. Joseph, goes to the line. He's got 2 shots with 4.8 seconds to go. And that one gets a friendly roll. 13 now for Davis. 96-91. They're up by 5. Davis makes it a 6-point lead with 4 seconds to go. 97-91. They put it over to Hurrell. His shot no good, and the Florida Sea Dragons have won 97-91 over the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs. So they now wind us up the season, the regular season at 16-14, and we'll come back with more excitement. We'll talk with Leon Derricks and Earl Ike right after this.
1 week free. Come into Gold's of Fort Myers or Cape Coral today and claim your free 1-week membership. Stop in, get started, and try us out for an entire week for free. Come see why we're the best family fitness centers in Southwest Florida. Your free 1-week membership will get you in on all that we have to offer. Aerobics, spinning classes, yoga, racquetball, all lines of cardio, wide ranges of strength training equipment, free childcare, and much more. All of this in a clean, non-intimidating atmosphere. Join now and also get $100 off the joining fee. 1 week free and $100 off the joining fee at Gold. Call now.
DIG Technology Chips. Great buy. Good.
Big Tech Chips. Huh. At SunTrust, our advisors believe investing should be based on individual planning, not the tip of the day.
Big Tech Chips. Buy now.
So if you're looking for solid financial help, call SunTrust. Smart investing starts here.
Well, I really can't say, Eileen. All I know is the stock is going through the roof.
Seeking justice is a team effort.
I'm board certified in both civil trial and business law. Call us to handle your business litigation matters.
Sometimes the worst part of being injured through negligence is feeling alone. Call us to become part of a team who is on your side.
Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Pertz.
I'm just your average healthy American male, except for having the power to turn invisible at will. You think that wouldn't be so bad, right? But being invisible has a price. It makes me go insane. So when I'm not out saving the world, I relax by doing what any other healthy but otherwise mentally unstable invisible man would do.
Didn't see him the first time? Catch him again. It's the encore presentation of the 2-hour movie premiere, The Invisible Man, this Sunday at 8 on WeView TV.
There you see it, the final score, the Florida Sea Dragons 97, the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs 91. And we have with us our offensive player of the game, Leon Darryl. She come up with 22 tonight, and it was a pretty impressive offensive performance for you this evening.
Well, I just wanted to come out and be aggressive. The other night, you know, I told you I shot terrible. I came in today, got some extra shots in before the game, and it worked out for me.
Not only that, but you talk about the advantage you guys had in rebounds. A big night off the glass for the Florida Sea Dragons.
Yes, it was. I mean, Earl came in and played a great game. And we know Andre always going to rebound. If he don't do nothing, he's going to rebound for us. And with Earl coming in, rebounding, helping him, it helped us a lot on the board.
How about now your mental attitude as you go into the playoffs, which gets underway on Thursday?
Well, we're going in positive, and we won our last two. Now we just got to get ready. We don't know who we're playing yet. Probably, I think, Kansas, but whoever. We just got to go in, play hard, play like we did today, and play together.
Leon, what do you think it's going to take for this basketball team? We've had our ups and downs this year. We've played really well at times. Times we haven't played so well. What's it going to take for this basketball team to go to Kansas, win 3 basketball games, come back into an inaugural season with the USBL championship?
Well, absolutely, we just got to play together and think defense first. We got a couple guys coming back for the playoffs. That's really going to help us, you know. So I believe we just concentrate on defense, we'll be okay.
Good job, man.
We'll be back with our player of the game, Earl Ike, right after this.
Attention all Zelinskis! Hold on to your seat. You're in for a wild ride.
Are you sure this is safe?
Honey, have you ever known me to test out an invention that wasn't safe?
Are you nuts?
Yeah.
Totally weird. What is going on? Awesome! Surprise you!
Sure, there's undoubtedly a very logical explanation for all of this.
Which would be...
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show. There is only one television adventure.
Captain, they're children.
Don't let their parents fool you. They are in control of this vessel.
That can take you from one end of the galaxy.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
To the next.
One left them out for the unexpected discovery. Sounds good to me.
Hold on for the wildest ride in the universe.
Fun will now commence.
Star Trek Voyager.
Wednesday night at 9 on UPN TV 10.
There you see it, the final score, 97-91. The Florida Sea Dragons come up with a big one, and our player of the game, Earl Ike. And Earl, you came in, you got 18 points tonight. You have to feel very proud of yourself and the ball club.
Right, I do. You know, we want to send a good game out to end it on the season with our fans and also get prepared for the tournament.
You know, Earl, tonight, Earl Ike, 18 rebounds, 12 defensive rebounds. At one time was 6 of 6 from the foul line.
Right.
At one time. 6 of 8 for the night, 6 of 9 for the field. Just a big lift for us coming off the bench, Earl. And we talked about, Leon, what's it going to take for us to go in to win this thing? In your opinion, what's it going to take for us to go in and win this championship?
Right. We're going to need everybody to play together. You know, everybody got to come with their A game for us to win this championship. You know, everybody got to contribute.
3 games, right?
3 games.
3 games. 1 game when you're out and you come home?
Right.
Florida's nice, but we don't want to come home.
No, we don't want to come back unless we got a championship.
Yeah, there you go. Congratulations to you, Earl. We appreciate
Thank you very much.
Stopping by. So once again, the final score, the Florida Sea Dragons 97, the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs 91. On behalf of everyone here, Terry Thimler and our entire production crew, this is Joe Klimas saying that we will now join Poltergeist, which is in progress right now on WEVU TV.
This is WeView TV, UPN TV 10, serving Naples, Fort Myers, and Cape Coral.